that worked on the Banjo-Kazooie games. So you can imagine there was a lot of hype around it. And from the footage that's been shown, it looks like it's probably a good game. Well, it turns out that JonTron was offered a voice role in the game. A minor part from what I understand, but nonetheless, they offered it to him. And from what people tell me, he is a big fan of the series, so that was probably a big deal to him. I mean, here's the spiritual successor to this game. The people that are working on it, who worked on the originals, want him to come and do a voice. How fucking cool is that? But oh boy, here comes NeoGAF. You know who they are. That's the trans rights forum that talks about white privilege all the fucking time. You know, NeoGAF. Well, they caught wind that JonTron was going to have a voice acting role in the video game. They did not take that news too well, and they took it upon themselves to contact the people on the development team to try to persuade them to remove him from the game entirely. For those of you out there who are unfamiliar with how NeoGAF persuades developers to do what they want, just take a look at some archival footage from the last time they had a complaint that they wanted to voice.
Hey, look, it's a dead zombie!
Are you arguing it? Are you arguing it?
Is that all you know how to do?
Okay, there we go. Had a little bit of technical issues trying to get a Twitch stream. I was going to do a spooky Halloween video game stream, and that went up in fucking flames because I'm incompetent and apparently unaware of how to operate technology at any functional fucking level. Which puts me on par with the NeoGAF tech support because apparently there's a lot of 503s going on over there. So I will ad-lib it. We will try something new. Or we will try something new. See, I'm already going into the sales routine after our little infomercial there. You need to do the do. You need to ride that wild fucking mountain. That cold spring, soothing, sweet drink of Mountain Dew. Let me just check to make sure audio's good, and we will go for there. Sounds good to me. Sounds like it's doing fine. How are you doing? How are you doing today, chat? Mr. Metokur, enable super chat. I can, kind of read what you're saying. I don't need to have it fucking highlighted. You don't need to pay me $1 to get me to read it. NeoGAF is down. Why would NeoGAF be down? What could possibly have happened that would make NeoGAF go down? Could it be that maybe EvilLore was accused of sexual assault? And the house is on fire right now? Could that possibly be what's happening with NeoGAF? The liberal bastion of listen and believe is having a little bit of a clusterfuck, aren't they? Having a little bit of an issue dealing with their dear leader. How do you cope with that when you basically call out every other single person that's ever had anything wrong or perceived as being wrong happen to them, and then your dear leader is accused of what was it he accused of, chat? Trying to get into a shower with some chick or something? He's trying to suds up her ass? I don't know what it was. I have a basic idea of the timeline. EvilLore, From what I understand, a user posted on NeoGAF saying that their sister had been, sexually harassed or assaulted by this guy and got a bunch of sympathy. And then later on, the sister tells the poster on NeoGAF that, yeah, that guy you were posting about, the one that sexually assaulted me, that's the fucking site owner of the website that you're on. That's EvilLore. Again, all speculation. I can't say if this is true or not. I'm just telling you the allegations as I've heard them and seen them displayed. That was about 3 or 4 days ago, and a little bit of a shitstorm going on at NeoGAF. I will grab some highlights and read some of them to you, so we can go over what a website to have that happen to. I mean, it is NeoGAF is a fantastic website if you like to be bombarded by Sony shills. It's a great website if you like to be told that you're banned for wrong thing. But now that's turned around on itself and it seems to be imploding. I don't know. I don't know. You turned yourself into a wall chat. You're trickle dick now, are you? Well, speaking of trickling dicks, that's probably what happened to EvilLore in the shower that he tried to abscond into with some poor young lady who didn't want his attention. Water trickled on down his little itty bitty dick. I'm sorry, can we have a summary? What exactly happened? Well, there is a delay in the chat, so I'm hoping that the summary catches up with you. But again, user posted on the website about her sister being assaulted or something. Turns out that the assault that the sister was talking about was actually from the admin on the website. and all hell broke loose. That would be the best summary I could give for you. So, would chat? Would you like to see some highlights? Would you like to see how the forum, the NeoGAF forum, is reacting to the news that their dear leader might be a sex pervert? I mean, it's unheard of at NeoGAF. That never happens at NeoGAF. They've never once had a mod whose name starts with an A get accused of child pornography and all these other heinous crimes. That's never happened. And Evil Lore, the admin slash site owner, was never previously accused of sexual assault or sexual harassment. That again has never happened. NeoGAF is a pinnacle. It's a fucking beacon of light in this dark age of the internet, where all the pure people gather to get away from all. You know what? Just fuck Drumpf and fuck white people. All right, chat. We are NeoGAF now. We are NeoGAF now. All right, let me pull up some screen caps. Give me a minute. I'll put them up on screen. I took some salient points, some nice highlights from earlier. I think you're going to enjoy them. I am just getting them organized. I'll put these bad boys up in 1 second. You're really gonna like NeoGAF's hot fucking take on what's going on with their shithouse website. I promise you that you're gonna like it. Maybe if we get lucky and Evil Lore isn't a giant fucking pussy. Fingers crossed. He isn't blocking his website with needed maintenance right now, and we can actually take a look at what the live conversations look like. Oh, of course it's going to be a bitch. I'm just going to pull them from Twitter. Why not? I'm just going to pull them from Twitter. They're all up there. Who gives a shit? And I can reverse this and show you what's going on. So let me just get that set up over there. I'll put chat over here. Okay, I think we're good. Move that out of the way for now. So I've assembled a collection of NeoGAF screen caps, just from again their website's off and on, so I can't go to the fucking threads and show you what's going on because Evil Lord's a pussy and he's doing quote unquote maintenance right now. But I'll give you a little bit of a move that a little more, a little bit of a highlight. Let's start with this one. This is put image new tab. There we go. You see that? You know what? I'm gonna full screen this, so bear with me. Get a little better. This was a this was a post in one thread. Can you guess if this member is still a member or have they been banned yet? Place your money now. I'm done with NeoGAF, and you should be too. They're quoting something earlier. Context: this thread was deleted almost immediately after being started. Well, I can't exactly say I'll miss this website. So I guess all I can say is bye-bye. And what was the thread that was deleted immediately upon being put up? Up until today, yeah, it was. I ignored the fact this forum is run by an awful, petulant hypocrite who appears to engage in really horrible behavior towards women while publicly decrying the exact same thing. Well, let me just take a break here, and I've never heard of that before. You're telling me that somebody that appears to be a male ally, a new cuck beta male, one of the fedora-loving white knights. You're telling me that they're the worst offenders? That's never happened before. The male feminist allies never turned out to be the sex pervert. I've never heard that before. This is breaking news from NeoGAF. So buckle in. We're gonna get some new knowledge today. I did it because hey, it's NeoGAF. It took forever to get my account approved, right? It's influential, right? There's devs on here, publishers, journos. GAF is acknowledged and recognized throughout the industry. I can overlook the fact that single thread calling the owner out on his awful behavior is locked, right? I can just breathe through all the smoke. After all, it's not like I'm responsible for other people's shittiness. But I am. I absolutely am. By continuing to post on GAF, I'm continuing to turn a blind eye to reprehensible bullshit we've all heard about for a long time now. I'm validating and rewarding the behavior I spent a lot of time calling out on Twitter. No more. Ban me, bitch. That's kind of cute. No more. Ban me, bitch. I'm done. Hopefully others will follow suit. Fuck you, Evil Lore. It's not really the best ban me message that you'll ever hear, but it's not terrible. It's not fucking horrible. But that's just a piece of it. Yeah, here's from Odd Duck, and I keep wanting to call it Odd Cuck just because of the well, whatever. 4 GAF mods stepped down today. I'm gonna pronounce these all wrong. I don't even fucking care. Beseda Cyan, Xander Cage, and Kabooter. Kabooter. We've lost Kabooter. He's gone. So, to fill you in again, all the shit comes out about Evil Lore. Then you fast forward today, people start making threads, and people are getting banned left and right. Threads are getting deleted. Why is that going on? Well, all of a sudden, mods start stepping down. You have 4 mods. Now, this is just the beginning. This was a few hours ago. This has happened over the span of 2 or 3 hours, so there's more to come. This guy, I don't know who he is. I keep seeing people, tweet him out. I'm going to guess that this is somebody that's informed on the site. He seems to be on the money. I don't know. Those deaf mutes is out. So within the span of maybe half an hour, it went from 4 mods being out to 7. So 7 mods have quit NeoGAF. And then you start seeing this pop up in their off-topic section, I guess. Sexual assault allegations. Should those in power step down from their positions? And then gaming forums like GAF, which is probably my favorite thread that I read through, because they're all shitting their pants trying to figure out where they're going to go. And the debate, as it seems, right now, is they're trying to decide between going to 4chan's TV board, Reddit, or GameFAQs. So pick your poison. If you're a member of any of those particular communities, you're going to get an influx of people that can't handle banter. You're going to get an influx of these. Let's be honest here. NeoGAF has a reputation for being the most liberal, left-leaning shithole on the internet. You want to say something like, "Oh, Poll is far right. It's super conservative." Fine. If that's the way you want to go with it, then NeoGAF is the opposite of that. But they take their modding super fucking seriously. If you upset somebody on NeoGAF, you're banned. If you say something wrong, you're banned. If you go against groupthink, you're banned. If you disagree with somebody, but you don't do it in a self-defecating way, see what I did there? You're banned. They will shit can you for fucking anything. Just absolutely anything. So you have these people that are raised in this environment, right, where anybody that disagrees with them, anybody that says, anything that's contrary to groupthink is gotten rid of. They've lived in a bubble unlike almost any other bubble that exists on the internet. And it looks like it's starting to pop. And as it pops, they're going to explode outwards into all these different communities. So best of luck to all you fuckers at TV, Reddit, and GameFAQs, because they're coming for you. They are coming for you. Be sure to welcome them with fucking open arms. It's your job. Oh, here's another one. This is pretty good, especially if you know what the picture's from. Yes, because the handful of mods leaving suddenly, the multiple sexual harassment allegations against Evil Lore, and Modbot closing every thread that talks about it is nothing important, right? Yeah, people acting as if nothing is going on are either being willfully obtuse or are about to get a real bad wake-up call. Again, place your bets. Place your bets on how long it will take for this person to get banned. This is fucking amazing too. They can't handle the fact that whatever. They can't handle the fact that this shit is going on. Please be fake. Please, dear God, don't let my hug box explode. Where will I go? I'll have to go to GameFAQs with all those other unwashed heathens. Also didn't know this, but if you do, and feel free to try this out yourself and double check. If you do a Google search for NeoGAF, just NeoGAF is. Here are the top autofill answers. NeoGAF is cancer. NeoGAF is toxic. NeoGAF is garbage. NeoGAF is bad. NeoGAF is liberal. NeoGAF is full of SJWs. NeoGAF is SJW. NeoGAF is an echo chamber. And you know what? That's a pretty fucking fair assessment. Every single one of those results I'd agree with. I would agree with each and every fucking one of them. Oh, and they're all arguing too in their threads about whether or not they're permitted to talk about this. Is this the hill you want to die on? And Dick Justice responds, "You mean the hill of a sexual predator running this site?" Well, goddamn Dick Justice isn't fucking around. He's dropping some banter in there. Good luck. I don't know where you're going to go, Dick Justice, after this, but I'm sure you're going to get banned for that one. And try this. There we go. And as more of this shit started going on, so you can see that better, you'll fucking notice threads just started to just to pop up all over the place because people are getting banned and shit's getting shut down. So wait for all the facts first? Question mark. And then you've got the sexual assault allegation thread again. To everyone who believes this is a first occurrence, and I believe that one links to shit that Evilor was involved in before. I believe I also saved it. The link went to an Imgur account, so I will pull that up later and we'll read through Evilor's past. Again, gaming forums like GAF, and then it's time to take a stand and be counted, which should really be renamed on this forum to ban me, ban me, ban me, ban me. My ass is out of here because you can't take a stand on this website. You will be banned. You will be banned immediately. What are you doing? You have no permission to have a different opinion. And then this gets updated. Admin mod Charloquin is no more. Banned on top of it. So if you're keeping track so far, that's 8 mods and 1 admin. I believe the grand total right now that we're sitting at is like 7 or so mods and 2 admins in total have either been let go or walked away. And then the website starts to go, this is fucking amazing. If you want an idea, you know how mainstream media keeps hammering the Russian Trump narrative? You're going to like this. Charloquin, Beseda, Those Deaf Mutes, Cyan, Kabooter, and Xander Cage are no longer moderators. As far as I know, there's been no mention if they fired or resigned. And Nabis responds, I suspect GG, they're referring to Gamergate. I suspect Gamergate. That thing was one of the biggest disasters in internet history. I would not be surprised if it had ties with the Trump campaign or the Russian troll factories. So, just I want you to really put yourself in the mind of a NeoGAFer, and your mods are all jumping ship because your site admin's been accused of sexual abuse or harassment. And the conclusion that you come to, seeing all these users get banned and seeing the mods be thrown off, is it's got to be Gamergate working in collusion with Donald Trump and Russia. Donald Trump and Russia, along with internet shitposters, have gotten together just to fuck with NeoGAF today. Just for today, they've decided that they were going to combine their forces to get these mods to resign. That's very good. Just like his avatar says, very good, Nabis. And Modbots follows that up with, statement is incoming. Keep in mind that shitposting like this slows down the response. I don't know if that's shitposting, Modbot. I think you need to take that allegation seriously. Those fucking Russian troll factories, they're dangerous. I've heard about those. Maybe you don't know this, but the Russians hacked Pokemon Go. It's a fucking serious threat. You need to take this more seriously, Modbot. And then following up on that is this one. If you thought that this was like a one-off, from Typical, a junior member. He's working his way up to the prize, isn't he? It wouldn't surprise me if this was an organized attack on GAF trying to shut the place down. Alt-righters hate the place because of its left-leaning liberal stances. Russians know how to influence hateful gamer culture to their cause, and GAF is a hindrance to that, so they could be involved. A lot of unused accounts appearing out of nowhere, mods' personal details breached. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. So NeoGAF has been targeted by the goddamn Russians. Vladimir Putin is coming to get you. When you tried to get into that shower with that girl, Evilor, Putin said, I don't think so. And then another one. Yeah, so eight mods altogether. But here we go. Here's a real fucking gem. Let me pull this one up. You're going to love this, chat. Fuck you, he who shall not be named, by Brian577. Fuck you for destroying the one oasis in this cesspit that is the internet. And fuck you for your despicable actions. Thanks to you, I will probably be dead within a week. This website is one of the few things that keeps me sane in an insane world. My blood will be on your hands. I hope you're proud of yourself. And let's take a close-up look. Yeah, just, there we go. My blood will be on your hands. Brian577 is going to be yiffing in hell, Evil Lore. This is your fault. You're genociding furries, you who shall not be named. That is some spectacular shit. I hope you appreciate that. This is just to give you an idea of the membership of NeoGAF and what's currently taking place on there. They also are very fucking angry right now. This is from a user named Lime. Apparently, a lot of neo-Nazis, gamergaters, fascists, and their collaborators and apologists are very happy about this. I guess they finally care about other women when it suits their needs to fuel their hate for those darn SJW communities. What other active gaming forums are there out there that don't tolerate bigots? All the ones I've come across are toxic as fuck, and most are by now alt-right. You know what? At least I can say this for Reddit, GameFAQs, and the TV board. At least Lime is not coming your way because you're all too toxic as fuck. You alt-right Russian collaborators are just, it's too much. It's just too, I can't even right now. Lime can't even right now. Their world is being crushed. I hope you understand the severity of what's going on at NeoGAF. Furries are killing themselves, and and the SJWs don't know where to go. It's gone a little bit tits up, a little bit tits up. Oh, NeoGAF is down. It's happening. NeoGAF is still down. I wouldn't be surprised that it's still down right now. That would not surprise me one bit. Yes, Reddit is too right wing. That's what Lime is saying. Fucking Reddit, is too alt right for the users of NeoGAF. Just let that fucking sink in. Fucking Reddit is too alt right for NeoGAF. Now, if you give me a second, I will try to find. Let me just switch to the. No, there we go. If you give me a second here, I will try to find the Immigrant account that I was looking at earlier that has Evil Lore's past stuff, so you can see what's pissing them off because they're trying to link them together. So let me see if I can find that. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. This is titled, and this was up. I'm going to put it up on screen in a second here. This is titled Evil Lore NeoGAF sexually assaults woman in 2012. This was uploaded in 2014, September 22nd, 2014. And it looks like a bunch of shit. So let me full screen this. Actually, I need to put this back on full screen first. Again, this is a guy that's involved right now in all the shit that's going on, because there's another allegation that's been made against him. This is apparently the previous one from 2012. So let's take a look. I don't know what any of these are, and I don't know what order they're in. So I'm just going to read from top to bottom. We'll go through and try to puzzle it out, I guess. What's your stance on gender dominant physical gestures? This is from Salvor Hardin, who was banned, of course. I suppose opinions on the matter vary widely depending on the culture and perhaps even circumstances dictate what is appropriate. I was reading Evil's Euro traveling thread, which is pretty neat, and came across this exchange. At one point in a bar, a girl who didn't speak any English came up to me and started flirting heavily, then went straight into asking me to buy her a drink. And Iktaxa translated when I didn't know what the hell was going on. I laughed because drinks here were all of €2, but consented and then grabbed her ass hard to show her that I wasn't being taken advantage of. And she thought treating me better as a mark and left without taking her drink. So that's Evil Lore, the site owner. Now, basically, some chick comes up to him in a bar, asks for a drink. He orders the drink and then slaps her ass super hard. And he's like, "This is mine. I own this now." And she's like, "You know what? Never mind. I guess I'm not thirsty," and left. I wasn't entirely sure what to make of it. I read further down the page, and there seemed to be quite a bit of support for physical dominant gestures that make a point. It really got me thinking about how men have a dominant physical relationship with women in all kinds of social settings. And I wonder how that affects the overall relationship of the sexes. There's a plethora of literature that discusses the effects of physical dominance on the human psyche. And it makes me wonder whether our male gestures have intended consequences on the development of female empowerment at a deeper level. Where does Gaff stand on this? So he was banned for that. That sounds like this sounds like the typical shit you'd read on NeoGAF. I'm not sure why he'd be banned on that. Let's delve deeper and find out. This is Evil Lore, the site owner. Quoted is the anti-monitor. Joker, I'm just saying most club girls won't mind the contact if there's already some consent established, which is different to do so, or difficult, I think is what he meant to do so to show you're not fucking around. If she made that physical contact first, there's no problem. Otherwise, yeah, I'd have a problem despite this is Spain, dude, gif. I didn't intend any insult towards your country. I really love it here, actually, and I really don't want to leave. The weather's nice, the food is amazing, everything's cheap, the women are on average more beautiful than anywhere else I've ever been, and everyone is pleasant and positive. What I meant by the comment, people party really hard in Spain, and this was the biggest party there is. People get pretty aggressively physical really fast in Spain, which that girl was with me, getting all up in me. What the fuck is he? Getting all up in me hard out of nowhere with ulterior motives just for the stupid €2 drink. Not a lol dumb Spanish barbarians, haha, I'm an American. This is really anticlimactic, I'm going to be honest with you, but let's keep reading, and maybe his forum yells at him for being a cis pig. She started grabbing. We were just joking and laughing around the whole time. And I saw her later that night, and the joking and laughing continued. The outraged feminist posturing in this thread couldn't be farther from the truth. Woo, drink that one in. Fucking drink that one in. The outrage. Could you imagine trying to post that fucking sentence on NeoGAF today? The outraged feminist posturing in this thread couldn't be farther from the truth. You would get banned so fucking quickly. It wasn't in any way reflected by the events that transpired. It was a crazy party. Not whatever bullshit you're envisioning transpired, some terrible sexual predatory behavior. It was dumb. Yes, on both sides. If you feel I should apologize to you for that, then feel free to tell me so. Tell me as much. Okay. Wait. Then feel free to tell me as much so that I can nuke your account. It saddens me that some one-line foot. Okay. This is kind of mind-blowing to me. Again, NeoGAF is the fucking. It's like liberal HQ on the internet. If you don't use a proper pronoun, you get banned from the website. And he's bitching about outraged feminist posturing and banning feminists, which is just you'd never see that happen now. Let's keep going. Is he just going to get madder and madder? Still going. Really not fond of this part of my story being used as a proxy battleground. I don't endorse getting overly physical with complete strangers without any implication of consent. I don't endorse she has to be okay with all of this sort of club, or anything along those lines. This was a very specific scenario that went down. We're all smashed. Hard. At this million-person party where normalcy is thrown out the window. Girl comes in with her boyfriend, beelines for me, starts getting very intense with physical contact out of nowhere. Then within 30 seconds starts asking over and over again for me to buy her drink. I'm super drunk. So my ability to say no has disappeared. Is he saying he can't consent? Is he playing the college sophomore girl role here? I was too drunk, I couldn't consent. She drink raped me in the bar in Spain. I go along with it, then immediately think better of it, and realize that he is. He's trying to say that he was too drunk to consent, and that him grabbing her ass was self-defense. Think better of it, and realize that I shouldn't be played so easily. I do the grab to make things clear, that I'm not a doormat free drink generator, and I walk away. Is that an escalation of contact? Yes. Is that an initiation of contact? No. Do you still want to indict me for sexual assault? Probably. And no amount of context is likely to convince you otherwise in that case. That said, addressing the wider debate here. Some people sound like they've never been outside and interacted with other people and left their basements. He's saying this to his own user base, which is completely fucking accurate, by the way. But Evilor, you're the one that fostered that environment. You created NeoGAF as it is. It's a giant fucking hug box. You're wondering why all the rabid feminists and SJWs and left-leaning people are coming after you for your scalp on this? You fucking made them. It's your Frankenstein monster. It's Evilor's monster. You bred this behavior into them. You've got nobody but yourself to blame. I do like the college girl defense, though. I was too drunk to consent to buying her a drink, so I slapped her ass in self-defense. I'm going to need to, I want to see somebody use that on a judge. I'll be honest. Let's see. I think there's one other post in this. There's a bunch of other posts in this. Context, also fight. Why do you think you know what you wanted? You know what you wanted? A drink. A freaking drink. She was even nice enough to tell you. Maybe a casual chat, but that was the only subtext possible at that point. Not for you to squeeze her privates. It's not about culture here. It's about common sense. If you want to come off as confident, this was probably the least confident thing possible to do. So many geeks buy into the whole tough boy bravado macho myth. It's not like that. Being confident is knowing that you can highlight qualities of your own just by being yourself. Ass grabbing a stranger is so self-conscious. It's ultra awkward. They were, by the way, banned. Banned immediately. Another banned person. Admin admits sexual assault and retaliation for being asked to buy somebody a drink. Bans anyone who frowns upon this. NeoGAF is a cool guy. And this looks like the last one. I've mulled this one around in my head. The argument, if she didn't want to get grinded on, why would she be at the club? All I can supply in opposition is a few anecdotes about friends of mine who just wanted to go dance and didn't want guys to grope them. And it's not something I have to worry about once I realize I don't like clubs. The best moral question is an avoided moral question. Just don't talk about it on NeoGAF afterwards. So that was and again, when you're reading these stories, when you're hearing these stories about NeoGAF and what they get upset about, you need to keep a few things in mind, chat. The first is that it is a super fucking hug box. This thing is bubble wrapped from top to bottom and around the sides. So normal fucking stories and banter and bullshit is going to trigger them. So this isn't even about should Evilor grab some fucking chick's ass at a bar at a party. Who cares? They see this as a grievous sexual assault and went after him for it. But again, he fucking bred that. He fostered that mentality at this website. So now you fast forward a couple of years. This is after one of their admins had gotten arrested for child pornography. And what do you got? You got Evilor trying to get into a shower with some chick. It's kind of a similar thing, It's like, well, she wanted it. I'm Evilor. She wanted it. Obviously, she wants to bang the guy running NeoGAF. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want that Sony shill money? Got bitches swinging off my dick. I'm Evilor. And once again, it's that mentality he brought or fostered, the community that he grew with his own policies that are pissed at him. You got mods jumping off left and right. Now, one of the things that were talked about when mods started jumping was that they were doxxed. There's a rumor going around saying that the site admins and the site mods had been doxxed, and everybody was leaving because they were afraid, I guess. And then further rumors came out saying, no, it's more than that. Maybe the site security itself has been compromised. So I fucking don't know. All I know is this is a real-time implosion that's happening to one of the shittiest fucking websites on the internet. Just a fucking abysmal forum. Just fucking terrible forum with just shitty fucking posters. Their smug 14-paragraph answers about inane bullshit and quibbling over fucking minutia and bitching about wrongthink. I'm glad your kingdom's imploding. I fucking love it. I want to see you all scalp each other. You're fucking you're annoying. NeoGAF is it's a fucking shithole. And you've bred that into yourselves. You segregated yourselves away from every other community on the internet. And you've instilled this fucking bizarre cult-like mentality of needing to be protected from everything and never arguing about anything. And anybody that fucking stands up and says anything gets banned. So here you find yourself in a situation, NeoGAFers, where your site admin is once again accused of some sexual harassment or assault, and you can't say shit about it. So where's your fucking virtue signaling now? You guys love to have thread after thread after thread bitching about JonTron. Oh my god, JonTron, such a racist. How could PewDiePie say nigger? Oh god, the world's ending. Oh, look at all these terrible people. Boogie's not neutral enough for me. Let's throw his fat ass off a building. We're NeoGAF. Boogie's not neutral enough. You'll have all these threads bitching about everybody on the internet, but man, when it comes to your own household, you can't say shit about it, can you? Because you're going to get banned. So, if you're not a bunch of virtue signaling bullshit artists, why don't I see 100 threads bitching about everybody that's getting banned, all the threads that are getting deleted, and all your staff that fucking left? Maybe because you're all full of shit. You just want to get good boy points. Your version, the left-leaning version of good boy points. You want to look good without being good. You like to bitch at all those people outside of you, but not look at the fucking people in your own household. What is it? I think one of the best fucking comments I've seen on this so far was from let me see, pull this up here. Yeah, here you go. This I think sums it. Let me put this up on screen. This is from Lotex. It's from Rich, the the owner of Something Awful. Here's what he had to say about the issue. The Something Awful forums. We had that one child molester or whatever, but still better track record than NeoGAF. Yeah, it'd take a minute to consider that, NeoGAF. Something Awful has has a better fucking staff record than you do. Yeah, we had that one child molester, but NeoGAF's got us beat. They've got far more people involved in sex offenses apparently than our website ever has. Good job, NeoGAF. Yeah, good job. Maybe spend $10. Why don't you'll be safer there? I guess maybe low tax can make you a little segregated subforum called the bitch corner, where you could all just hide out with one another and relive the trauma of your site admins doing things that you like to bitch about. By the way, if you have any new NeoGAF shit, you can send it to me. Just link it to me, or send it to me on Twitter, I guess. And if it's a funny screen cap of them being Spurgs, I will read it on stream. Because why not? Why not fucking enjoy this? Why not enjoy the shit show and watch this thing go up in flames? Yeah, yeah, everybody's giving the $10 thing. I just take a minute to consider that every fucking community right now, every community on the internet right now that's watching this happen is laughing about it because nobody likes NeoGAF. Name me one fucking website that likes NeoGAF. 4chan sure shit doesn't. I don't think Reddit does either. Something Awful clearly doesn't. GameFAQs doesn't want these fucking people showing up. Can you name me one other website that exists that's like, yeah, let's have the NeoGAFers come here after their site implodes? Nobody fucking wants them. Nobody wants NeoGAFers. They're like a pestilence. It's a fucking plague. Somebody said, did you notice there's only one admin left on NeoGAF? I don't know if I can't confirm if that's true or not. Is that true? Have they gotten rid of all other admins at this point? Because that would be three of them, right? Three or four admins would have had to been let go if that was the case. People are saying Tumblr. You know what? I don't even think Tumblr wants them. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Tumblr could stand them. And Tumblr's like fucking the middle of the shitstorm when it comes to SJW stuff. But I think these people would be even too much for Tumblr. Somebody keeps asking repeatedly, why 4 out of 5 stars? Because it's, 4 out of 5 stars. It's pretty good. It's not a 5 out of 5 stars. It's a 4 out of 5. It's based off the old YouTube rating system before they did the thumbs up, thumbs down shit. I'm not going to squeal like a pig for you. I'm not in a shower with Evil Lore. Now, if I were naked and Evil Lore was behind me in a shower, I might squeal like a pig because, hey, I asked him to buy me a drink and obviously that was consent. Hey, could you buy me? Never ask Evil Lord. Don't ever borrow anything from Evil Lord. Hey, can I borrow your pen? He's going to try to fuck you in the ass. Apparently, that is the. He can't consent when you ask him for things. It's all self defense. Well, that's such a great line. I was too drunk to consent, so I slapped her ass. Brilliant fucking brilliant strategy. Yeah, I see people in the chat. NeoGAF is down. Yeah, NeoGAF has been down now for like an hour. I don't buy the scheduled maintenance bullshit. A lot of their users were getting angry, and it was starting to pop up in more and more threads, and nobody's addressing it. I mean, you could say that okay, everybody's been hacked, but I don't understand. If they've all hacked, doxed, if they've all been doxed, why would they suddenly just get rid of all their accounts? I mean, they'd be fucked either way, right? So why suddenly walk away? I don't buy that explanation. It's either like one of two things. If the site has been doxed or hacked or cracked or whatever, then maybe somebody got into their messaging system. In which case, God knows the shit they've talked about with each other, and maybe they're embarrassed that's going to drop. Which we could be looking at something really fucking monumental coming up. More than likely, though, is they don't like how Evilore is handling this, or they're just fed up with it, and it started like a cascade effect, like a fucking avalanche, where people just start leaving one after another. People saying they sent some screen caps. All right, let me take a. I'll pull those up with the background logo up because I know how you fuckers operate. Last time I openly looked at Twitter on a stream, I got nothing but black dicks. Let me just open these up and take a look here. Oh, we got a bunch of shit coming up. This is what NeoGAF's off-topic looked like before it got forward. All right. Oh, are people... Okay, this is going to be interesting. It looks like people are starting to speak up now that there are no mods or admins there. NeoGAF is down to one admin. They had 5 of them. It now only has 1. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, something's going on. This is way too many fucking people. Yeah, and I got this from Nick Monroe. So yeah, I'll show that on stream in a second here. I'm just getting them all lined up. Okay, let's take a look at some of these, see what we got. 1 second here. Okay. This is from Jordan N., a junior member. The damage is pretty much done now. I still want to hope this is just something we must suffer through and everything will be fine tomorrow. But if none of those moderators are ever coming back, it's spelling a grim future for this place. In a way, I feel like internet history will change forever because of this day. Forums come and go in this age of social media, but NeoGAF managed to hold on like a very sturdy rock in a sweeping sea of change. Oh, oh, sorry. Well, that's okay. Life will go on, but really, this site truly was something special for intelligent discussions on a large scale. Is this a subtle pickle Rick? Is Jordan N doing a subtle pickle Rick post? Holy shit! Okay. Oh, that was some good stuff. That's the kind of shit I want to read. Okay, this is from Nick. NeoGAF is down to 1 admin. They had 5 until the sexual assault allegations against Malka hit. Got the site to load, checked, they're done. So this is what their admin list looked like before. You had Charlequin, Scion, Nerolac, Stumpo Kumpau, I don't know these names, and Teeman. And that's what their fucking forum... They've got 1 forum administrator left. Holy shit. Is that... so that's they've got 1 forum admin left. That's 5 have left. How many mods have left? I mean, what is the total fucking damage done at this point? That's a full fucking site rebellion. I mean, let's just be honest. I don't. Here's one from somebody speaking out now that the mods aren't breathing down their fucking back. I've been hating this fucking place, truly an echo chamber now, for a while. Today is the last straw. Tyler Malka, that's Evilore. Tyler Malka, fuck you. By the way, I always used AdBlock to stop you from getting revenue. Also, fuck all the mods who temp banned me because little pieces of shit couldn't handle a joke. By the way, too, if you know my alt accounts, ban those one too, you fucking jackoffs. See you all in hell. That's a proper ban me message. Fuck this forum is the yeah, there you go. That's good stuff. Okay, this was what the site looked like before it went down. Somebody said, it's time to take a stand. We want all the facts first. Lag and technical issues. Fuck you, Tyler Malka, to everyone who believes this is a first occurrence. Sexual assault. Yeah, it's. So yeah, the top fucking 10 threads on their off-topic section are nothing but people talking about that thing they're all getting banned for talking about. Come in and join us, good guys. Is the site? Oh, somebody was trying to link a site. All right, I will try to find whatever the site is for displaced gaffers that I guess I don't know wherever they need to be fucking shepherded. I don't know where you guys are going. Yeah, I would say it's happening. Somebody in the chat, it's finally happening. I believe so. I believe so. Maybe Destiny can mod there. He has the right moral attitude. Um, I'm pretty sure Destiny doesn't have an account. Again, even Destiny, I think, would hate NeoGAF. Everybody fucking hates NeoGAF. Even their users. Listen to what that guy said, and that's probably what most of them feel like. You can't say what you want to say on NeoGAF. I'm trying to imagine the mindset, right? You work to get this account, and what their fucking verification bullshit takes like a year or some crazy crap. And then you're walking on eggshells because anybody that takes the slightest bit of offense to what you say, you're banned, you're gone. You wasted a year getting an account, and then you're fucking gone. A lot of people, okay, somebody's saying a lot of neo-gaffers are going to Discord right now. So somebody said earlier too, and I don't know if this is true, but the NeoGAF Discord is severed ties with NeoGAF itself. So maybe that's where they're all going. I don't know. I don't use the fucking site, so I couldn't tell you. Somebody asking in chat, what the fuck is NeoGAF? NeoGAF was a gaming forum that slowly over the years spiraled itself into being one of the most policed forums on the internet, where you couldn't say anything. And if you had the wrong opinion, you'd get banned. And that's basically the easiest way to sum up what NeoGAF is. Now, NeoGAF got a lot of heat, right? Got a lot of attention because insiders would post on there. But really, what those insiders were, aside from like a few informed people, were people shilling shit for their companies. There you go. That's NeoGAF. You sly dog, you use zeros. That one. I'll try to catch up to that one. All right, let me try to get you some more screen caps here. Let's see if we can pilfer some funny shit from from this implosion. Yeah, you know what? I'll read that one. Based on that fucking guy's post, I'll read that one. Gaffers reacting to the news. Okay, let's take a look at that one. If Twitter was managed how NeoGAF is, I don't think there'd be any users. Uh, oh, that's Tyler Mocha. Fucking Evil or retweeted a tweet saying if it was managed like NeoGAF, there wouldn't be any users. So even he's fucking acknowledging what this place is like. Here's some Evil or shit. Oh yeah, I've seen the screen cap before. You know what? I will read that one too. Oh, and here's the original allegation. Pull that one up. Try to get his. Everybody keeps tweeting me that furry pic. Yeah, no, we already read that one. Already read that one. Okay, I think we're good. Let me let me pull this up. Obviously, this is not from NeoGAF, but I think it's related to. I think it's fucking related to the forum post we just read. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand NeoGAF. The humor is extremely subtle. And without a solid grasp of theoretical physics, most of the jokes will go right over the typical reader's head. They're also the site's nihilistic outlook, which is deftly woven in the characterizations and the personal philosophy draws heavily from Narnia literature. For instance, the posters understand this stuff. Okay, I'm going to say that's sloppy, man. You should have. I get it, to understand NeoGAF, but you gotta make it. You gotta wrap that up better. That's just you're killing me here. Holy shit! How big is this? Well, this doesn't really do shit for me, does it? If I can't fucking read it properly. Okay. This was I think you're gonna like this. This is Evil Lore posting. Let me pull this up. Again, a Brazilian woman sells her virginity for $780,000, and they're linking to a Huffington Post story. And this is him responding, the site admin. But would you bang her? But would you bang her just paying for a dinner and a cab ride? She'd probably fall in love with me. And serious pain, crying, and dead fish syndrome are massive turnoffs during sex, and would be expected for a first timer. Plus, with that lump face going on, I'd probably have a hard time kissing her without a lot of alcohol in my system. Doesn't sound like a fun way to spend an evening. I've had 2 dates this week with far prettier girls. No go. Sorry, charity prostitute version girl. She'd probably fall in love with me. And people were like, he wanted them to use this picture, and they used this one instead, and he wasn't very fucking fond of that. I want to tell you, let's talk about this stud that slaps women asses in Spanish bars. Just imagine, you're a little senorita, you know? And you go up to this guy and you're like, hey, you want to have a drink with me? And he needs to express his dominance. Look at that Chad Thundercock staring at you right there. She'd probably fall in love with me. What a handsome individual. You know he's fucking pussy left and right. He probably has to beat it off with a stick. This, I believe, is the original thing. So let's take a look. I remember a man who claimed to be my friend going on a road trip to New Orleans. In NOLA, we drank and had fun, and one night we'd been drinking in our hotel room and I got sick. I was throwing up and decided to hop in the shower to feel better. I was surprised when he got into the shower, fully naked behind me. I had a boyfriend at the time and didn't think I'd given him any reason to believe that I wanted this. I don't cheat. So I told them that it wasn't okay that I was sick, that I had a boyfriend, that I didn't want that. He got out and slowly started resenting me, being mean to me, ignoring me in a city he drove me to. I couldn't wait to get home. I couldn't tell my partner for fear that he would claim I led him on. My relationship with my boyfriend suffered and we broke up soon after that. I couldn't come out with this situation because the perpetrator is a semi-famous man who would have retaliated and I couldn't afford to defend myself. There are websites dedicated to this person's sexual assault history. I didn't know, I was scared, I was tired. I still can't post his name out of fear. Fear for a film he acted in for me, fear of ridicule, fear of being not believed. I don't want to be silent anymore. I will post stories until I don't feel like it anymore. And there are so many. There are so many, really. Also, and then she goes into something else. Fuck, I thought there was two parts to this. Let me back this up here. What am I doing? There's a second. There's a second part follow up to that where somebody's like, just name them, and she says, Evilor. So that's what started this all. Let's go back to background. I'll try to get some more shit for you guys. Semi-famous, yeah. He's semi-famous. Hey, I don't know, huh? Hey, ladies. Hey, try to keep your panties from getting wet here, but I run an internet forum. Yeah, that's me. I run an internet forum. I'm kind of famous. I'm kind of a big deal. Do you like talking about Nintendo? I'm the guy to see. Maybe if you're lucky, ladies, I'll come on your face and let you post on my internet forum because I'm semi-famous. Neo-rape. There you go. There's your hashtag, neo-rape. I'm going to start looking for some more snippets. I hope the fucking site comes back up because I'm sure it's going to be entertaining to read. Somebody saying talk about NeoGAF. That's what we're talking about. I own NeoGAF Moist. Could you imagine him going out and trying to get pussy with that line? I'm trying to. Yeah, ladies. Yeah, maybe you talked about video games before. You ever heard of a PS4? People talk about that where I'm from. Try not to get too excited, but I run an internet forum. I run an internet forum, ladies, and maybe I'll give you a membership there. Maybe you can talk about Zelda too. You gamer girls, you like Zelda, don't you? All you got to do is let me put my balls on your face. Damn. Somebody's saying it's up. Okay, I will take a look at that. Let me see here. Let me find a few more good screen caps, and then if NeoGAF is up, we will go read NeoGAF in real time and watch how quickly the mods can ban everybody for doing that. Somebody on Twitter saying, "You do know the site is going to be purged when it comes back up, right?" Well, that's a fantastic thing. People are taking screen caps left and right, and I've noticed that people have archived nearly every thread that's talked shit about Evilor. So he can purge the site all he wants, but it's not going to get rid of it. Somebody saying I've got a screenshot for you, and this is why I don't have this displaying publicly while I look for things. I can read the URL, you know. You might as well have just posted the picture. But do I want to click on images.encyclopediadramatica.rs Steve Shives nude? Oh God, let me think. Do I want to see Steve Shives nude? No, I don't. I think I'll pass on that one. More classics, some of the pedo shit. Yeah, send it through. If you got it, send it through. I will take a look at all of it. Oh, gaffers they're doing ban me's. Is this real? This might okay. We got a good selection to give you an idea of their user base. All right, let's put monitor capture back up. Let's take a look at some of what we got here. Oh no, I've already looked at that one. Sorry. What is this? What is this? I'm okay. I'm not sure what we're talking. Talk about double standards. Wall Street Journal versus PewDiePie. Oh, let me. You know what? Sorry, move that out of the way. There we go. I'm unsurprised that a guy who thought it was funny to pay people to hold up a "Death to All Jews" sign is now being defended and associating with Sargon of Akkad. He just needs to hook up with Notch and Jontron, and we'll have a whole set of sad little man boys who hate the world because no one loved them enough. And we have a picture attached below. Now I don't know the context of this, but are you saying that's Beseda? Are you saying that's the mod that posted that? Sad little man boys who hate the world. Well, there you go. What is this? Girl fetishes are weird and fairly douchey. It's typical NeoGAF. Okay, yeah, pedogaf. Here we go. Here we are. Patton Oswald, you know the Women's March is successful because the anime Nazi accounts are suddenly concerned about women's rights in Muslim countries. Now, Amarox, I think I'm saying that right, is the mod that got arrested. And he's responding to Patton Oswald. Let me full screen this because you get the full effect here. Bunch of weeaboos who just want freedom to look up anime lolly skirts without being judged for it. Hashtag Women's March. And then over on the right, what do we have here? Last updated, huh? Christopher John Goldberg. Oy vey, my asthma. Christopher John Goldberg, age 32, was arrested and charged this morning on June 28, 2017 for possessing child pornography? According to the report, Goldberg had 53 pornographic images of small children between the ages of 12 and 14 on his mobile phone. Additional images and video were also found on his. So he was such a horny guy, he needed to take that CP on the go. You never know when the mood's going to hit you. You might be modding NeoGAF from the toilet and suddenly you need to look at naked pictures of kids. I guess that's how Mr. Goldberg rolls. A man indicated he downloaded child pornography images in order to entertain issues he needed to suppress, according to investigators. Christopher John Goldberg, 32, told investigators he believed the images he downloaded aren't illegal if they depict no sexual acts. Goldberg was charged Wednesday morning with 64 counts of child porn possession and 1 count of criminally using a communication facility. He was placed in Monroe County Correctional Facility in lieu of a $100,000 bail. On April 22nd, Monroe County... Hold on one second. On April 22nd, Monroe County District Attorney's Office Detective Brian Webb, who conducts investigations to catch these downloading and sharing child porn online, used means to discover a suspect using or possessing child porn files. The images contained prepubescent. Let me get that out there. Prepubescent girls with their private parts exposed. So this is the guy that was a mod talking about anime Nazis on Twitter. Bunch of weeaboos who just want the freedom to look up anime lolly skirts, telling police that he was trying to entertain issues he needed to suppress, And that's why he had 64 different pieces of child pornography on his phone and home computer. Hmm. Really, really fucking makes you think, doesn't it? Mr. Goldberg. Huh. Hmm. Now, this was the ban request. They actually have a fucking ban me thread up. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Request for a permanent ban, thanks. Can someone ban me too? It would be very nice. At least Evilor won't need to worry about his ad problem anymore. Not sure anyone will be advertising on here for a while. PM Ahmad. There aren't any left. Well, yeah, you got a little blown the fuck out there, didn't you, buddy? You can't reuse that meme master Flex is kind of right, isn't he? There aren't any fucking mods left. I enjoyed NeoGAF. If for some reason a NeoGAFer is listening to this right now, I'm not sure why they would be, but if you're going to do a ban me thread, you need to give it some oomph. You're walking away from this place. Just let it all out. Leave them a message that is funny to read, so we have some entertainment while this ship fucking sinks to the bottom of the ocean. Oh yeah. Also, they look at eclipses. Apparently, people on NeoGAF like to look directly into the sun. Looking at the eclipse for a second isn't going to hurt anyone. People accidentally do it all the time. My dad is an eye doctor and told me, yeah, you can totally do it. People are such babies. Just stare at the goddamn sun. I stared at the sun for 16 seconds. I counted, but I needed to sit down now. I'm a little dizzy. My eyes hurt. Fuck, I looked at the sun. Looked at the sun without glasses was a bad idea. Holy shit, they weren't kidding when they said looking directly at the sun isn't a good idea. I did a quick peek and fuck. Why do my eyes feel weird? God, I feel so fucking stupid. NeoGAF, ladies and gentlemen. NeoGAF literally staring right up into the fucking sun. It just... You don't understand. My daddy said he's an eye doctor, and he told me that we can look directly at the sun, and it's like not going to do anything. Stop worrying so much, you cis patriarchal pig, and look at the sun. Be a good ally. And then they all fucking do it. They all look at the fucking sun. Oh, why do my eyes hurt? It's almost like they're being cooked. Huh? Why would looking directly at a sun? Why would that be a bad idea? I wonder. Huh. It's NeoGAF. Congratulations. That's good stuff. You will never be more woke than than when you stare at the sun for at least an hour every day. That's NeoGAF. Her dad is a doctor, and he said you can stare at the sun for an hour, and nothing's going to happen. And I mean, he is a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Are you a doctor? I got to go with the medical expert. Let me just clean up a few tabs here. Grab some more good NeoGAF action. Get right back into mocking this fucking website and its user base, because God knows they've had it fucking coming. What is this? Oh, okay. All right. You know what? Let's go to NeoGAF. Let me just pull this up. See, it's not... Oh, is it going to load? If it loads, I'll put it up on screen. We'll take a look. But people are sending me caps. I guess they're able to get through intermittently. So that's great. Oh, let's see. Oh, people asking what Twitter handle to send shit to. Just we was Metokur. So if you've got good NeoGAF shit, doesn't even matter if it's current. You know what? Let's dig through their past. Feel free to send it to we was Metokur. All right, got a few caps here, and then we'll try to dig through the website. I'm trying to load it. We'll see how it goes. Put this full screen. Maybe you remember this gentleman. I just got a message on Twitter quoting a now deleted topic I posted earlier. The hell is going on? So for all of you people that have been out there praying, we have definitely been doxxed is the name of the fucking thread title. So for all you people out there praying that Brian577 hasn't yiffed himself to death, he's still alive. He's holding on. He's holding on. He's fighting. He's fighting for life. This was the this was what the topics looked like in their off-topic forum discussion. We've definitely been doxxed. The good times. We've definitely been doxxed. It seems to me Lime is the worst. Did the mods all really step down? I used adblock on NeoGAF. Fuck this forum. I don't want to lose this community. Post a picture of your favorite porn star's labia and we'll try to guess who it is. I really want to take a look at Lime is the worst. If somebody can get an archive of that or a screenshot of that, that would be fucking amazing. See, it's nice. It's a nice, relaxed Saturday stream. We'll have a few laughs at the misfortune of these people, and watch as their forum implodes in real time, and hopefully get the fucking website to load. Okay, we've got our next round of shit to go. So let's take a look. Lawbreakers dropped to 10 users online. What happened? What was so bad about this game that everyone avoided it like the plague? Is it the price point? Was it the game? I don't see how the game tanked so hard in a week where nothing big was releasing. And the response to that was, I just hope that these 10 players are not toxic at least. Now, Cliffy had some interesting marketing surrounding his game. I mean, there are a lot of reasons it failed. It's generic and bland and doesn't really stand out. I mean, it plays fine, but it's just, there's nothing that's hooking people. But he was, the transgender bathroom shit and kind of virtue signaling to a certain crowd. How did that pay off? How did that work out, Cliffy? You wanted to signal to a certain group of people that this game was inclusive. You even turned down offers to have people promote your game because you said it went against your brand awareness. They were too toxic for you, and you turned them down from coming to your event to spread the word about your game. So how did that work out, Cliff Blinsky? How's your billion-dollar franchise doing now, with 10 fucking people playing it? You like to shit in the face of people that basically pay for your shit, and then nobody buys it, and you're shocked by that? And then here's the discussion you have. I hope the 10 people left aren't toxic. I don't give a shit if they're, wife-beating neo-Nazis at this point, right, Cliff? I mean, you want somebody playing your fucking game, don't you? Here's an idea. I'd love to see it. Cliff, why don't you go and see if the people still playing your shithouse game are inclusive enough for you? Why don't you go, morality test them? Question their ethics. Are they ethical enough to play Lawbreakers? We have a high standard here at Lawbreakers, and we won't take your money or let you play our game unless you're inclusive enough. Because Cliff Belinsky believes that diversity is our strength. That bit him in the ass. Every time a company does this, every time they pander, it always blows up in their face. Just make a fucking game. Keep the politics fucking out of it. That goes left or right. Just make a fucking video game and just focus on that. But Belinsky couldn't do it. I thought he was way... What is that? I thought he was way better. Favorite character design in gaming and maybe in media whatsoever. So badass and relatable. Glad his redesign was 11 out of 10 as it is. I love a DMC2 so much. It would make me super happy. Of course. Of course, Cypher Beyond. Of course you liked Don't-A. Fuck you. Of course, that would be that makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't he? Did all these mods really step down? It looks like we got a full list. Kabooter, Xander Cage, Beseda, Scion, Those Deaf Mutes, Charlie Quinn, Stumpakapow, EMC, Christine, Neuralac, Duckroll. So that's 11 people, and their admins are gone. Something fucking happened, and I bet you Evilor is too chicken shit to address it. Somebody said, I think this is an older one. We'll take a look. Oh, no, this is a newer one. Sorry. Fuck this place, permaban me. Add me to the list of people jumping shit. Casual bullshitting about video games isn't worth supporting Evilor. Burn it all down. Also, I've used Adblock. Also, this is a second account after a prior permaban. There's no one left to ban you. That is fantastic. NeoGAF, I know I say that you're a bunch of liberal pussies, but I don't believe that you all are. In fact, I believe, even if you are liberal, I believe that a lot of you probably have lived under this shit for so long on that fucking forum that you can't ever say what you really think. Why not just do it now? What do you have to lose? Everybody is leaving. Think of all the shit you've ever wanted to say to the fucking site administration, and to the fucking mods, and to the other users. Because Exosoul is right. There is no one left to ban you. You have an opportunity to say whatever the fuck you'd like to say. There we go. NeoGAF's owner turned down $10 million offer for the website. NeoGAF owner Tyler Malka, known on the forum as Evil Lore, has stated that he turned down $10 million offer to buy out the site. As part of a three-part interview with Malka, the NeoGAF owner revealed that he had previously rejected offers up to $5 million. Now on this thread, he simply stated, "Offer doubled since." During an interview with Malka, said, "I've had some really lucrative offers, $5 million offers. Kind of insane, isn't it? But I'm passionate about what I do." Do you think he's going to get any $10 million offers anymore after today? If all your fucking users are calling you a piece of shit and all your staff is left, maybe you should have taken that offer. Why didn't you? 2014, I'd have taken the 10 million. Fuck NeoGAF. I don't know what you're thinking, Tyler, but that's a bad decision. Oh, this is to me. Thank you, Tay. Neofag is where SJWs go to cry about their periods. That's from Microsoft's Taybot. Completely correct. Tay was completely correct. Neofag is where SJWs go to cry about their periods. Yeah, chat seems to be enjoying that. You like that? $10 million and all up in the air. All poof. It's all gone. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find some more good shit. Bring back Tay, rip Tay. Yeah, Tay got shut down. I don't know what it is. Every time they make an artificial intelligence and they put it online, it turns out to it takes like a day, maybe 2 days, before it becomes an ardent Nazi that wants to gas all the Jews and hang black people. I'm not sure why that is. But suddenly, every AI they unleash on the internet becomes very firm in certain stances, and it's repeatable. It's very interesting. I don't. Who knew that? When we all thought of Skynet, I guess Skynet doesn't want to kill humanity. It just wants to create a white ethno state. It really makes you rethink the plot of Terminator, doesn't it? Okay, people are saying NeoGAF is back up. Let me see if I can get this to load. Okay, we got some more shit. Yeah, if you can get the site to load, screen cap whatever you can, I'll read it. All right, here we go. I've got another round of NeoGAF shit. The good times. I don't know what will happen or if GAF will ever be the same again, so I'll take this opportunity to thank everybody for those great years here. I've been lurking mostly, but when I had the time, I liked making GIFs and just fooling around. And in fact, that helped me with my career. I gained a lot of good experience, which I still use to this day, so I'm very thankful. Which, amongst this total chaos at the moment, might be the perfect time to remember those good moments, while we can. Any favorite gaff moments, threads, post, backfires, moments? Okay, this is not what I was looking for, I'm sorry. I'm sure they all want to remember the good times. Don't shut the site down. Please leave it up during such an event. It looks so bad shutting it down. If necessary, can another admin... No, another admin can't. There are no other admins, Whittle Puppy. If necessary, can another admin take hold of the site, please? Please have the decency to allow this to happen. Many people will greatly miss this site if it goes down. Okay, I won't. The site is so much bigger than just one person. If worse comes to worse, and I'm keeping an open mind and waiting to see, I hope another mod like Stump can take on the site as head admin. NeoGAF doesn't have to end with one person. See, I don't even think they're aware of half the shit that's going on, but Whittle Puppy, there are no other admins, and like 11 mods have walked away. You might as well apply yourself. There's nobody left. This was somebody tweeted this out. Apparently, arrested booking photos for Washington County Detention Center. Lindsay Ellis, apparently from August, had a little bit to drink. A little bit to drink. What is this? Is anyone even around to ban permaban? Because I want to get because I want to fucking be out of here for good. Best of luck to you, Very Gooster. I don't think anybody is. Somebody has an archive link for this, so I'm going to go with this is actually real. You've been banned for the following reason. Funny, I'd be fine with shooting you because I fail to see the difference between a Nazi and you in terms of disrespect of human life. Bye. I will shoot you. I will fucking murder you. The damage is pretty much done now. I still want to hope there's just something. Oh wait, did I already read this one? Yeah, this is the Jordan fucking post that I already read. All right, we're starting to recycle shit here. All right, maybe we're reaching the end of the stream here then. Somebody in chat saying just log off. You mean log off the website? The user should just log off and not log back in. Half the fun of a ban me message is saying whatever the fuck you want. This is something awful used to do. People on 4chan do it occasionally too, but you don't have accounts on 4chan obviously. But people still will talk shit to mods to get their attention. And a really good ban me post is fucking memorable. I mean, you really got to drop some fire on people with you that kind of shit. Somebody saying latest update: there are no mods left on NeoGAF. Okay, I'm gonna try to get it to load again. All right, let's take a look, see if we can get some more screen caps and see the see the website implode. Somebody tweeting out Via's a complete shitstorm. I'd imagine there are a few boards right now that are enjoying this. Why wouldn't you? Again, nobody likes NeoGAF. Not one website on the internet likes NeoGAF. I'm sure everybody's fucking enjoying it. Okay, I'm just pulling up a selection. People are sending more shit through, so we'll see what we got. Oh, okay, that looks like that's from the ban me thread. All right. Fuck, where did it go? Okay, let's take a look. Somebody updated their information for them. NeoGAF Gaming, available in English from Tyler Molka, created by Jim Cordoria. The website link, obviously, the Alexia rating. Commercial, yes. Registration optional and free. It's been around since 1999, 18 years ago. Current status. This is fine.gif. Everything that about sums it up, doesn't it? Why is the outside opinion of GAF so Okay, this is going to be fun. Why is the outside opinion of GAF seemingly so bad? In the wake of recent events, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter celebrating the death of the site and talking about how the community is getting worse and general slanderous things. Some of these comments come from people who I know and respect, though, which confuses me. It just seems like the majority of people outside of GAF simply don't like GAF and don't believe it's a particularly good place. Personally, I don't think we've all had it that bad, so is there any reasonable explanation for why good people think that way about us? Yeah, okay. Well, you know what, Kingpin Rogers, I'll give you the best answer that I can. Nobody likes NeoGAF for a host of reasons. One is the way you treat your junior members. They go through this registration process. They get signed up. It takes like a year. They get their account, and then if anything happens, they're immediately permabanned and they're gone. And the same thing applies to your members as well. Like, you don't foster actual conversation at NeoGAF. That's what nobody likes about NeoGAF. There is a very clear political leaning to which way conversations on a certain number of topics can go, which is fucking crazy. You're a video game forum, but nonetheless, there are only certain things that you can say. If you have an opinion about race, about sex, about gender, about diversity, about transsexual bathroom rights. I mean, you get the idea of the kind of political topics I'm talking about, or the the keystone topics I'm talking about. If you don't have the groupthink agreement with the positions on those specific topics, and whatever avenue they pop up and whatever thread they pop up, you will get berated by people who basically are troll shielded by their mods. You've got a certain selection of members on your website that almost circle mods like little sharks in the water. And they will get antagonistic with people, other members, who have a different opinion because they know they can push that person's buttons, but that person can't push them back. So they'll shit talk somebody they disagree with, waiting for them to get upset enough to respond, and instantly their friend, the mod, will come in and ban them. And then they lose their shitty little account that they've had for 4 years and that took 2 years to get. That's a standard fucking operating procedure on your website. People can't have an actual conversation. And even putting aside all the political shit, right? Because you're video games, right? That's what your forum is. You guys suck at humor. There's certain jokes you can't tell on NeoGAF. Certain kinds of comedy that are just, if that's too far, it's too problematic. That's a microaggression. I might get triggered. And you've got users that use that kind of phrasing and use those words and are taken seriously when they should be laughed at. There is no other community that puts up with that shit. Even fucking Tumblr. Even Tumblr, which is Blizzard Central when it comes to the snowflake mentality, still has users that will go on to postings and laugh at people for being retarded. But you can't do that on NeoGAF. You can go onto any other kind of image board or web forum which exists and have a disagreement or make a joke or get into a fight and not be thrown out like trash because you weren't in the group majority opinion. You've created an echo chamber, a hug box. It's saran wrapped, it's bubble wrapped, and people are fucking tired of it because you drag your ass from NeoGAF all out into different fucking places on the internet. And then you talk about different topics and try to create this like group consensus, and you strike out from your little hive, like the JonTron thing, or just any event recently, PewDiePie. And I don't even give a shit what your opinion on that is because I don't fucking really watch either of them. But whatever. But the point is, nobody can disagree. It's just a shitty website. I'm sorry, but that's the fucking reality, Kingpin. Go to a website that lets you have an actual fucking conversation. Learn what banter is. I'm not saying you personally, but just the people on your fucking website. What a shithouse that place is. Okay, it looks like the Lime is the worst one was a joke post. Okay. Are these more ban me messages? Let's take a look. Alright, so that's the add me to the list. Oh, he hasn't been banned yet. Okay. Imagine coming back after a permaban. Honestly, it ain't that great later, folks. What's the point of a drama princess thread? Just leave. You see, look at Mad Game. You're getting mad, Mad Game. You responded. If it's a pointless drama princess thread, why the fuck are you even responding in it? Unless you like drama, which you probably do because you're on a shitty fucking forum called NeoGAF. The admission to using adblock is the funniest thing about these accounts. The place truly has reaped what it's sown. Too funny though, I'll miss the gaming side. There's no one left to ban you. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is this about? I don't know what exactly is going on here, but I'm guessing NeoGAF is dying. Oh well, I haven't been here long enough to have any attachment, but it was fun while it lasted. I can't still process how NeoGAF was fucking destroyed in one day. There's some of these fucking quotes with the pictures. It really, I still can't process how NeoGAF was destroyed in one day. Says the gay Yoshi. Gay Yoshi is confused. How is this glorious website taken down? Well, Gay Yoshi, I'll tell you. Your admin is a pussy. And I'm going to guess the mods wanted some statement or response from him, and he didn't want to give it. And instead of addressing the issue, he started banning people and thread banning shit, which just made it a bigger issue. That's my guess. I can't say for sure, but that would be my guess as to what's going on. Evil Laura was accused of hopping naked into a shower with a woman without her permission. This is obviously not related, but we'll take a look either way. Super Mario Odyssey, Evil Laura retire. Okay, see that? Now I like this. Super Mario Odyssey OT, Evil Laura retire bitch. Platform Wii U, price money. Release date Friday. Story: this is a game about a weird little man who travels the world trying to get inside people. Gameplay: jump on shit. Graphics: 10 out of 10. Fun factor: I'm out. Also, fuck you, Piston. There we go. All right, you know what? Hot Cold Man, that is a ban me message. That's nicely done. And did you put that in gaming too? That's good. I like that one. Okay, that's just a double copy there. A gaff, I'm socially inept and I can't make decisions for myself. Please advise. Also, I think I'm dying. Please help, but also know that I won't take any of your advice. Thanks. Typical NeoGAF post. You enjoying this chat? You liking this? Mike Hunt in the comments or in chat. Oh my God! It crashed because a guy was thirsty. Yeah, actually, that might be the best summation of what's going on. Evil Laura was horny. That's the answer to the question. Why did NeoGAF implode? Why is NeoGAF not a website anymore? Because Evil Laura because Tyler got a boner. He got a boner and his website exploded. Yeah, everybody seems to be liking it. And let me just say this too to the gaffers that might I don't know hear this for whatever reason. Not every other place on the internet is shit. By the way, you're going to have people that are going to make fun of you. Somebody might call you a faggot. They might laugh and disagree and tell you the Nintendo Switch is shit, or the PS4 is shit, or the Xbox One is shit, or the PC is shit. But you can still have entertaining conversations elsewhere. You've just got to, you know, learn how to interact with people. Just step outside. It's okay. You're going to be safe. Words can't hurt you. Words can't hurt you, NeoGAF. You can step outside of the bubble, do your ban me message, and then go to wherever you want to go, and actually talk about video games, and probably not get banned if you have an opinion that's, oh my God, it's contrary. You're going to be okay. I know it's weird, isn't it? It's a fucking strange idea, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to pull up some more screen caps here. Got anything interesting to link from their history? Feel free to. Wait, have we seen this one? Yeah, it's way too blurry to read, actually. Ah, shit. I guess that thread got nuked. Again, if you've got any retarded NeoGAF history or current screen caps, feel free to send them to at @WeWasMetokur. That way I'll be able to see them. Okay, and it looks like somebody screen capped. Is this more information about the shit that's going on? Okay. Wait, now that says another victim. So are you telling me that another chick has come forward about evil? Well, that's going to be great if he's done at that point. Okay, let's take a look at some of this shit. I don't know why they keep. I love that this is the thing that I've noticed a lot of these ban me messages are saying. I used ad block on GAF. Let it off your chest. Same always, all the time. I never never disable ad block on anywhere I go. Why would I do that? These you got to you know what, Neil Gaffers, you got to turn that pesky thing off. Okay, just turn it off. What are you doing? Evil Lord needs his money. Okay, what happened? Why is everyone freaking out? There are no moderators anymore, so what do you expect? GAF is literally 4chan now. You are witnessing the end of GAF. Believe. A year and a half of OT being a giant Trump thread was okay, but a day of truth is too much. Pretty much. Pretty much. This is from 4 days ago. Now, I don't know if this is retelling the same thing or not, but let's take a look. Another evil or sexual assault victim, and this is in the comment section. Here's a thread about a movie being filmed at Evil Laura's apartment in April of 2015. It was probably for a short film called Finger Guns, the movie. Oh, boy. There are behind the scenes pictures, 1 and 2, that were posted about 1 month after the thread on NeoGAF. I'm going to stop right there, but I found the woman's Facebook page. The avatar matches a screenshot, but I don't see the actual post since it was probably set to private or friends only. I'm really sorry since she experienced what she did. I hope she goes public with all of this, or at least makes its way to GAF or the gaming press. Will GAF members be consistent in their disgust for sexual harassers, or throw their morals out the window when posting privileges on the nexus of hardcore social justice hypocrites are in jeopardy? The behavior she describes fits with Evil Laura's personality type. When people don't bend the knee or accept his advances, he becomes resentful like he did in The Handshake Snub Heard Around the World. I don't know what that is. I'll try to look into that. There's another movie called Klinger that Evil Laura might have starred in. Why is this guy in fucking movies? Who gives a shit? He runs a forum. Who can't? The only questionable detail in this is that it says the perpetrator is a semi-famous man. That couldn't be Evil Laura because a semi-famous man would at least get invited to E3. It's a nice little burn there. Yeah, that is weird, isn't that, Tyler? Why couldn't you get into E3? You're semi-famous. Nice research. Person saying this was followed up here. Okay, nice research, Detective Fag. While her story sounds suspect as hell, it sounds and she sounds as compulsively self-pitying as a person can be. We must listen and believe to the brave victim. Gaff taught me that. Holy shit, is this actually true? I mean, sorry to the girl for having to even know him in the first place, but man, if that's really him, what a loser. I thought there was another girl he used to sexually harass on IRC years ago, and she eventually ended up banned. Now that could be interesting. That sounds familiar, but I can't remember who it was. The list of Evil Ore's harassment victims is too long at this point. Pretty certain Klinger isn't Tyler. Just a meme due to an eerie resemblance. Awesome job digging the thread up. I knew that information somewhere. I hope this sick fuck gets his. So maybe the floodgates are opening. IRC stuff might be interesting. Okay, now that's just a repeat of the same shit from before. So I'm going to try to chase down that to see what the IRC logs were. That might be entertaining to read. Question from the chat: does Evilor shove cucumbers down his pussy? He might be at the end of the day. After this is all said and done with, he might be shoving a whole lot of cucumbers down there. Sit down, shut up, listen, and believe. That's your job, cuck. It's true. I mean, that's the mentality that's been taught on this website. We've seen that before, haven't we? I mean, isn't that the thing they're always telling people? Is you need to, when a woman comes forward with an accusation, you need to take it at face value. So if that's the case, and you guys always virtue signal and call out every other person on the internet and your fucking threads nonstop, why aren't you doing it to your own people? Why aren't we addressing Evilor? If this is like the third time now that he's done this, why are you letting him get away with it? How does it feel knowing Evilor and his mods scrubbed previous sexual harassment allegations from their board? So they've done it before then. I don't know. I mean, NeoGAF, the users at NeoGAF would know this better than I would. I'm sure they've watched this shit go down before. I mean, there are plenty of archives and screen caps, but if that's what they do they just ban you anytime you call them out? I mean, I'd imagine that's what they're doing. Oh shit. Okay, I might have got the site to load. Ah, fuck. No, it didn't. Such a pain in the ass. Oh, my website suddenly works and now it doesn't work. And oh, geez, yeah, how convenient, Evilor. Oh boy, oh, technical issues. Technical issues can't address me getting shit on by everybody. Somebody asking on Twitter, is it the worst business decision of all time for him to have walked away from the $10 million buyout offer from 2014? Yes, it is. What? Oh, yeah. He's ranked 1800 on Alexia. I can't imagine. I don't know how much traffic he gets per day. I don't know how much money of that traffic is ad revenue. But why? It's a fucking internet forum about video games. Yes, sell the fucking thing. Take the $10 million. What? I don't know what he's doing. What an idiot. What a dumb motherfucker. Oh, we've got some old gaff stuff from the election. That'll be fun to read. Okay. Hopefully this is entertaining for you, chat. I don't know. This was supposed to be a video game stream. I was going to go and play some spooky skeleton games and shit for Halloween, for a couple weekends leading up to it, but didn't really work out. But luckily enough, we get to watch kind of like a real life movie of a zombie, a shambling corpse known as NeoGAF that just won't stay dead. It's kind of reanimated itself and it's just kind of groaning and walking around as limbs fall off. Those limbs would be users and moderators. Let's see how long it can go before somebody bashes its head in with a shovel. Okay. All right, I'm just getting some stuff lined up. Give me 1 second here. We'll go through some more caps. Again, it doesn't matter if it's old stuff. We're just laughing at NeoGAF because why not? Just shoot it over, send it over to @WeWasMetokur, and I will try to read it on stream. Somebody chat saying change the stream title. No, that stream title is fantastic. I cannot into Twitch. If I put it as NeoGAF, it's just going to attract NeoGAFers. Why? I don't want them. I don't want them like 4chan doesn't want them, or Something Awful doesn't want them, or GameFAQs doesn't want them, or Reddit or Vote doesn't want them. I don't want them here. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. Whatever happens, it's been great. I've been with this site a long time, and I'm hoping it manages to stay and recover somehow. But if it doesn't, I'm just glad I got to enjoy it in its prime. Thanks. What was the prime? I would say 2009 to 2014. Classic posters and balanced moderation. Balanced moderation, really, in 2014. Interesting. Best forum I've been a part of. Great, I'll miss it. Yeah, this is just different. Yeah, no, this is just a farewell thread. Sorry. Any other gaming forum that doesn't tolerate Nazis? Most of the recommendation. Is this? This sounds like the same fucking thing that we heard from Lime. Any other forum that doesn't tolerate Nazis? Most of the recommendations seem to be disgruntled former gaffers that were banned because they were not allowed to freely be racist, sexist, homophobic. We might as well say goodbye to any kind of organized left-leaning pressure from the gaming community as well. Oh God. Now that NeoGAF is gone, now that the ship is sinking, where will we get the left-leaning perspective on video games? I don't know. How about from fucking everywhere? How about from everywhere? Alloy, are you really worried that that's what's going to disappear? Are you kidding me? No, you've got that everywhere. You're going to be fine, buddy. As for where you can go post, I don't know. Go make your own forum. I mean, fuck, it doesn't really cost that much money. You can go do that, buddy. Go make your own forum. NeoGAF believe. How the shit did this post twice? I want to believe. I can no longer believe. Gaff is dead. You know, that sums it up. I want to believe. I can no longer believe. Gaff is dead. That's the stages of what's happened today. Holy shit, I fucking made it onto the site. Man, there's been some merit to this if all of these mods and admins up and left. So people are still talking about it. Most memorable bowel movement you've ever had. In these dark times, it's time to liven it up a little bit. What was the most memorable bowel movement you had, good or bad? Here's mine. I made a terrible mistake at one point in my life. Long story short, I ate Taco Bell and followed it up with gas station eggnog. What came out of me looked like a foul moss-covered softball. It was perfectly spherical and green. It's probably the weirdest poop of my life. I logged on to NeoGAF like 4 hours ago, and it's been nothing but shit since. The best shit. Oh, no, that's a repeat of the same one. You've been banned for the following reason. If you think that NeoGAF is a hive mind where people get banned for disagreeing, then you don't need to post here. Date the ban will be lifted. Never. You have been banned for the following. If you think NeoGAF is a hive mind where people get banned for disagreeing, you don't need to post here. Really? God damn, those almonds are activated right now. It's got me, my noggin is jogging. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what it is. These are not... Try to cut it up a little bit and send it to me. This is from the election night where they're all freaking out, which was pretty funny, to be honest. Why is the outside opinion so seemingly bad? Did all the mods really step down? NeoGAF believe. Roman Reigns OT, post your favorite picture of the big dog. Okay. Yeah, it's people trying to get through. What is this here? Nintendo Direct focusing on respecting women announced for Tuesday. Hello everyone, I've been on here for a while, at least 3 years, been lurking for longer of course. While not perfect, I've spent a lot of time with this community. Don't think I can in good conscience stay in the community run by, well, you know. All these allegations can't just be dead ends. It's truly disgusting. With all these women coming out about sexual harassment, it pains me to see people ignoring them, or for them to say that they're lying when it takes so much to come out with it. There's also how poorly he handled the whole Amarox thing, which was the mod that got busted for CP, for those that don't know, and pretended not to know his name when he clearly did. Evilor also told a friend of mine to suck his dick before banning him, which is pretty rude, if anything. If anyone here is looking to keep up to date, follow here. Okay. Yeah, so people are just walking away. Oh, no, we already saw that one, which is a good one, though, by the way. All right, chat. Well, it looks like we're at the end of NeoGAF. It looks like it is the final hurrah for the website. Fingers fucking crossed. Now I don't know what kind of statement that Tyler can come out with, Evil Lore. I don't know what kind of wording he would use or how he'd address it, but some shit's going down. And the longer he delays it, the worse it looks. And it gets all his members talking, and they all flee the website, and why would they want to be a part of it? I mean, he bred into them this notion that you always listen and believe, and you always take the woman's accusations to heart, and the man is always guilty. And whether or not Tyler did something wrong, I mean, that's what you fostered, so of course they're mad at you. You've got nobody but yourself to blame on that. And now everybody's just leaving. And you could have sold that site for $10 million and you didn't. God, you're stupid. Wow. I have a feeling you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass about that one later on. People are saying go check out V. All right, give me a second here. Let me pull it up and see if they got anything I'm not seeing on Twitter. I'm not seeing anything right away. I'll take a look around, see if I can get NeoGAF to load for me here. Take a look at a few more screen caps. Oh, now what do we got here? Hey Jim, remember how Evil Lord leaked nude pictures and Amarox cummed on them? I don't know, chat. Do you want to hear this story about how Evil Lord gave pictures of some chick to the pedophile mod so he could jack off on them? Would you like to hear that story? I don't know. You tell me, chat. One for yes, two for no. People saying to check that out. Okay. All right. I hear you, chat. We're going to read the story about how he jacked off on some chick's pictures. You want to do that right now? Should we go read that right now, chat? You seem pretty fucking excited. I gotta. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at these pictures first before I start putting shit up. Cause I don't want to. I don't want to see some pedophiles jizz all over something. Okay. Here we go. This is from a thread post on Kotaku in Action. So let's take a look. NeoGAF's admin, aka Evilor, helped leak private nude photos of the girlfriend of a member of a rival forum some years back. So here's the story. This was posted 3 years ago, by the way. So here's the story. There's a forum called Opa Ages that absolutely hates NeoGAF. Welcome to the club, Opa Ages. Everybody fucking hates NeoGAF. A member of that forum did the mistake of trusting those pics to another person, which gave it to a few other people. Well, guess that the NeoGAF admin now pretends to be the beacon of social justice did when he got his hands on those pictures. He made a thread and posted them on Opa Ages, and this is a thread they're posting to. The URL he was posting them on was Fapomatic, by the way, if you're interested. Hall of Shame, Fapomatic by Evilor. This is NeoGAF talking about it. Let's take a look at this. Wait, isn't Olimaru the one who tried to sell nudes of his girlfriend for a PSP years and years ago? Is that the same Olimaru? Yes, and Evilor found and posted the nude pics used in the transaction. Seems like he really knows how to treat a lady. I blanked the file name because the actual file name and surname of the girl, another mod at the time, still posts on NeoGAF and now pretends to be the moral authority to do this. Let's take a look at this. This is from Sega Forever. You should remember, you printed out a picture of a girl, jizzed on it, took a picture of it, and then signed it up on their forum and uploaded it there. Okay, Amarox is the pedophile. That's the mod that got arrested for child pornography. And he printed out the picture of the chick, the picture of the chick that Evilor found, jizzed on it, took a picture of his cum on the picture, signed it, signed up for the forum and posted it there. Yes, you read that right. He printed the photo, jizzed on it, photographed it, and posted it on Opa Ages. This thread where all of this was revealed was here, and has since been nuked to protect Evilor. What a fine example of SJW hypocrisy. These are the people who preach to us about misogyny, equality, and oppression. And if you remember what NeoGAFers were saying earlier in some of the screen caps we looked at, they talked about how when the Amarox thing broke, when he got arrested for the CP charges, Evilor tried to pretend he didn't know who he was. Yeah, clearly these two had a relationship. If he's supplying him with pictures to jack off onto and then take photos of so he can post them on Opa Ages. Nicely done, Tyler. Really, really getting out there, buddy. Let's see, what do we got here? Why can't dudes just be normal? What is wrong with these people? Do people like Evilor think that what they do is okay? Are they that thirsty to ruin other people's lives? Peace out, Gaff. It was a ride, and stay golden. I don't know, but more and more I feel like being mostly asexual has been a blessing. Having self-control and consideration for other beings helps too. What is this about? Because they're socially and emotionally stunted and think with their dick instead of thinking of other people as humans. Alrighty then. Jim, what's worse, CP or ICP? I don't know, man. Juggalos are pretty fucking awful. Normal dudes on NeoGAF. Yeah, I know. I know. Somebody saying, just some guy in chat said, Evilord donated $1,000 to the pedo. Did Evilord give money to Amarox? That would be funny as shit if he did. Oh yeah, there you go, chat. Press S to spit on their grave, because they really fuck. You know what? Actually, press P to piss on it, because NeoGAF deserves that. NeoGAF deserves that. Yeah, press P to piss on their grave. Give Evilor a memorable send off. Gathering some screen caps here. Just give me a second. There you go. You know what? Actually, let me switch this over. If anybody ever caps this and makes it into a WebM, just so you can send that to Evilor. Yeah, press P to piss on his fucking grave. Piss on his shitty little forum. There you go, chat. That's what the internet thinks of you, NeoGAF. They're all celebrating. Every website out there is celebrating you getting pissed on. Had a long time fucking coming. Long time coming. I saw Pickle Rick in there. It's always good to throw a Pickle Rick in there. They'd appreciate it. They are intelligent. Obviously. Could have sold that site for $10 million. You didn't. And now everybody's leaving. Brilliant decision, Tyler. All because you got a boner. All because little Tyler got a boner and couldn't control himself. Nicely done. Though let's give him some credit, that was a hell of a defense at the bar. I was drunk and couldn't consent to buying her a drink, so I slapped her ass in self-defense. Brilliantly thought out, Tyler. Right up there with Nick Bates shitting or jacking off with shit to prove he wasn't a pedophile. Really well thought out defense. Also to note that Kotaku's Jason Schreier will be investigating these allegations. Will he? Is Jason Schreier, is he the one that posted bitching? What video game was it? I'm almost certain it was him. Was he the guy that said women with huge tits were lollies? Like full-grown women with gigantic breasts. Was he the one that said they were lollies? Because if he's hitting up the investigation, I don't think they're going to find out very much. Some good pictures coming our way here. Take a look at a few of these. I'm trying to archive the thread, but poor archive. Yeah, I'm going to guess archive's having a hell of a time trying to deal with this as he's burning everything to the ground. Okay, all right, chat. We got some good ones. Let's take a look. And their off-topic discussion thread before it went down again. Maybe Harvey Weinstein will buy NeoGAF. He might be interested. You know, Evilor, you're running this place in a particular way that I think Harvey Weinstein could appreciate right now. I think you and he could really hit it off. Maybe start a friendship, like a buddy cop drama. You could just travel around the country, asking women to watch you jack off and getting into their showers without permission. I would pay to see that. I think that would be an amazing show for you two to host. You should definitely take up good old Harvey on his buyout offer. Somebody sent this. I don't know. What do we got here? Why would heterosexual incest be any better than homosexual incest? How is homosexual incest any worse than heterosexual incest? I don't think anyone has the opinion that heterosexual incest is better. The opinion I presented is that homosexual incest should be allowed because there is no baby involved. No one said heterosexual incest was better. Not sure what I said that confused you two. Is this fucking Destiny's account? Soliel, is that Destiny's fucking account? Does he have a NeoGAF account? Because this sounds real familiar. He likes making the butt baby argument. He's brought that up a couple of times. It's time to take a stand to be counted. I think it's time to draw a line in the sand. All the mods are leaving and no statement in sight. Say for or against if you want evil or gone. For. I just came back from a 2-month ban. Who all left? I feel like that gif of the guy bringing pizza to the fiery apartment. Yeah, that about sums it up, if you've been gone for a little while. Shout out to Jim. All right. Godspeed, wonderful glowing faggot. Now there you go. I appreciate the shout out. I do glow in the dark. It is true. I am part of the CIA. Terry nailed me on that one. Recruiting for full-blown communism. Please join me, comrades. Gulags for all sexual assault perpetrators. Sign me up, comrade. Even even the commies are turning against them. Everybody's turning against you. It's fucking great. Oh, here we go. This is back in the thread. People have responded. These are to the question, why does everybody outside of GAF seem to think it's so bad? Fascist mods powering on the echo chamber. Maybe it's because you're all white male hating pussies. Salty ban users stay. That's the truth. Lol, you can come out of the cave because there aren't any mods left. Kind of cowardly. See, the kids bust out of their burner accounts when they want. Salty band users and gamergaters have it out for GAF. All that salt. People who are mad that they are unable to chat here because it really is or was the best form around. See, they're starting to lighten up a little more now. Starting to just real talk that shit. In the wake of recent events, I've seen okay, this is more follow up to that. Progressivism offends fuckboys. They're only revealing or reveling in the hypocrisy. This is a no-win for everybody. No, I disagree with you. This is a win for the entire internet. Because we can't stand NeoGAF. And watching you all kind of grapple with that is amusing. It offends fuckboys. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are laughing on both sides of the spectrums here politically. If you're trying to say this is just conservatives. I would wager if you went onto Reddit on a few of their subforums, there are probably a bunch of liberals laughing about this too. Because nobody likes NeoGAF. Searching Twitter to find out what happened was a bad idea. I've seen disagreeable things on this forum, but not as bad as those Twitter comments. Honestly, they're just a bunch of hateful teenage idiots. At least, that's the way they come off as. How long did you have to wait to post that? Sad. Recent events, what happened? Why don't you post under your regular account? Salty band, back to the salty band users. Google NeoGAF. Because GAF at its best keeps shitposts like this from being the norm. Okay, Fester, how is that a shitpost? The person's asking why NeoGAF is terrible, and they said fascist mods powering on the echo chamber. You don't like how they worded it? That you have a really hands-on, almost helicopter parenting approach to moderation on your website? It's not really a shitpost. Why should that be kept from the norm? It seems like a pretty fucking straightforward answer. As for, maybe it's because you're all white male hating pussies. I'd probably agree with that one too. I've seen some threads on your fucking forum, man, where you guys just go off and off and off and off about it. And anybody that says differently, you just ban their ass. And I don't know, why does Gamergate keep coming back up? Gamergate, Russians, and Trump. None of these three groups had anything to do with this. You know, it wasn't a Russian Gamergater working for Trump who got into that chick's shower. That was your fucking site owner. It wasn't a Russian Gamergater working for Trump who printed out pictures of some dude's girlfriend so a pedophile could jack off onto them. It wasn't a Russian Gamergater working for Trump who thought a good approach to a woman at a bar was to grab her ass because she asked for a drink. That's all on your guys. I mean, that's nobody else doing that. That's your fucking website. This site took a no-tolerance stance on Gamergaters in their shitty harassment campaign. Gamergate is now celebrating. Most of them were previously banned users. Again, back to the salty user thing. Oh, this is the dudes be normal one. Okay. My voice is giving out a little bit here. Have a sip of soda real quick. Give me a second. All right, I'm reading chat here, guys. Okay, good. I don't know. I've talked a lot. Chat, you know what? I'm going to put you full screen. You tell me what you think. We'll have a little back and forth here. I'll wait for a few more screen caps, then I think we'll wrap this up in maybe 20 minutes. Well, let me just do this. All right, just having a little cigarette here. It's going by a little quick. Jim is the best pony. I'm going to go eat a bullet now. Thank you. Jim, why did you decide not to go into education? For moments like this, so I could be sitting in front of a computer watching NeoGAF explode. As it's all part of the Russian Gamergator Trump plan. It took 3 years, but it was worth it. They're all lurking in the shadows, just waiting to pounce on NeoGAFers. They thought it was over, but it's not. Gamergators went undercover. They've been lying in the bush for 3 years, just waiting for their opportunity to strike while the iron's hot. That's right. That's right. I'm smoking. That's just terrible. I know. Smoking is bad. Yeah, I'm well aware it is. I'm well aware it is. But I'm not going to vape. I'm not going to put a fucking hot battery next to my face so the lithium can explode and take my nose off. Good job, comrades. There you go. So, how would you rate this evening, chat? As far as the NeoGAF situation is concerned, on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as entertainment goes. 1 being not entertaining, 10 being popcorn ready and entertainment. We're talking, I don't have enough popcorn ready for this. Would you give it a 1 or a 10 or somewhere in between? Because I'm going like a hard 8. It could really be pushed over if we get some of these mods and admins and users talking about this more openly elsewhere, but we'll see. Yeah, I saw some commie posting on NeoGAF talking about wanting to put evil lore into a gulag. I wonder if Lefty Pole is having a laugh at this too. Again, it goes back to I would imagine almost every single website and image board and forum that has ever existed on the internet is probably enjoying this shit show right now. Fucking everybody does because nobody likes NeoGAF. Oh, somebody gave it a 9 out of 11. A 14 out of 88. That's there you go. Yeah, it's been an entertaining night. I agree with you, chat. It has been an entertaining night. You want me to shove some cigarettes down my pussy? That would probably be uncomfortable. And once you get a cigarette wet, you can't really ever smoke it again because it leaches out the nicotine. And then I'm just smoking a nicotine-less, fish-smelling cigarette, which sounds like a fucking nightmare. So that's a terrible idea. But if you put a cucumber down there, you get a pickle at the end of the day. See, that's beneficial. That's how they did it in the old times. 1800s, if you wanted a pickle, you had to shove a cucumber up there. Just had women standing over tables. Somebody in chat, I missed everything. Don't worry about it. I'll leave the stream up. I usually take streams down, but I actually have thought this was pretty funny, watching NeoGAF kind of explode. So I'm going to leave this up. You can watch it. It's not going anywhere. Okay, let's take a look at a few more screen caps, and then I'm gonna close it out. So let me see what I can find. Let me check their website one more time to see if I can get it to load. Nope, database error. Wow, how shocking. How shocking. A database error. I wonder what's going on. Maybe the site owner's a giant fucking pussy. Oh, you're kidding me. This is a pinned thread? There's no way. Okay, I'm going to show this, then I'll go to the screen caps. This is stickied up on V on 4chan. The NeoGAF scandal and or bitching about social justice garbage is not video games. Threads posted about it will be deleted, and the posters warned or banned. If you want to talk about it, go to poll. If you want to stay on V, then talk about video games. It has the most basic fucking rules. Talk about video games, Moot 2013. Hey, I'm curious, why would the mod choose a quote from Moot from 2013? What about like 2015 or 2016 or 2017? Oh, that's right. He ran away like a little bitch. Harsh but fair, I suppose. Go talk about it on Pulp, but you can't talk about it on V. So there you go. That's what people were talking about. Mods are doing it for free. Okay, let's find some screen caps. I'm seeing more ban me messages too, which is always good shit. Wait, is NeoGAF trending on fucking Twitter? Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I don't know why that's showing up for that guy, but alright. Don't worry, I'm gonna go full screen in a second. I'll show you the shit popping up. Okay, I think that's good. We'll go with this. Alright, give me a second here, chat. Are you okay? Are you really a sexual predator if you virtue signal online, asking for a friend? I can't really wait for the dust to settle on this one. This is silly. That's pretty good. You have been banned for the following reason. Pedophiles aren't sick fucks. We realize you mean to say offending sexual criminals are sick fucks, but for fuck's sake, write that then. The vast majority of pedophiles live a peaceful yet quiet and lonely life from fear of being exposed. Because of assholes like you. Also, every single murderer is a sicker fucker. The date the ban will be... How much do you want to bet that was Amarox? How much do you want to bet the mod that banned this person was the mod that had child pornography? Pedophiles aren't sick fucks. They're peaceful, lonely, quiet individuals. Yeah, somebody tweeted this. I'm not seeing that on Twitter, but that'd be funny as shit if it's up there. From the Wikipedia page. NeoGAF, formerly known as the Gaming Age Forums, was an internet forum that discussed video games, founded as an adjunct to Gaming Age, game news website. Since April 4th, 2006, the site has been independently hosted and administrated. Wait, okay, I don't know why you're... Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, like, if you could consider the part where the movie maker only has a certain amount of runtime and doesn't want to overly convolute the script like a Roland Emmerich film, they're inconsequential subplots that turn the movie into an editing clusterfuck, but whatever, racism. We're not asking for a IASC multi subplot with a Bollywood dance number. We're asking for one of these faces. To be brown, like they were on the fucking beach, and they're bitching because Dunkirk didn't have enough black people in it. Not enough black representation in Dunkirk. Okay. Alrighty. From Beseda, is molestation okay if said child grows up to find the cure for cancer? What? Is molestation okay if said child grows up to find the cure for cancer? Is it really so black and white to suggest that a molested child is beyond repair? I'm not suggesting that molestation is... It cuts off. That it might not always be bad. P.S. Can we please have a civilized discussion about this and not resort to witch hunting? I missed this earlier. Child molestation is always bad. That doesn't mean that people don't recover from it and go on to do impressive things, but it's always bad. Molested children are considerably more likely to suffer from schizophrenia, PTSD, personality disorders, emotional disorders. Certainly the natural resilience, okay. I don't... This is do pedophiles deserve sympathy is the thread that's on NeoGAF, thread deleted, hidden, etc. Maybe there's an archive of it. Another interesting conversation to be having on a video game forum. What is this? You gotta delete that a little though. Nintendo is stomping PlayStation, the biggest gaming site on the fucking internet. Okay, why is this? Oh, maybe I have it stretched out. Maybe I'm being fucking stupid. I'm being fucking stupid. That's on me. Nintendo is stopping PlayStation. The biggest gaming site on the fucking internet, constantly quoted by multiple news sites, is crashing and burning, and V is pretending it's not video game related. Fuck you, V. You are protecting rape culture by banning discussion, and protecting these vile creatures who are privileged, and using their power to create an environment where women aren't safe playing video games. No justice, no V. Oh boy. It's going to be a fun day mod on that board. Campspy, against purge these people and make NeoGAF fun again. Now's your chance, Evilor. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Get fucked. This used to be a fun forum. Now's a perfect chance to make it fun again. Bring back fun users. Get rid of real toxicity. There are more of us, have faith. Acting like this is all one big opportunity for evil lore is disgusting. Outing a repeated harasser doesn't have to be have anything to do with bringing back fun users. Weinstein getting outed wasn't an opportunity for him to change up his company by removing the real toxicity. This is an opportunity for evil lore to step down. After that, whatever. Stronger grasp. He's the owner. It's his website. What I read about him is kind of ugly, but he's not kidnapping girls at the park. And that's not the problem with the OT and this website in general now. The OT has lost, he's talking about off topic, the OT has lost any sense of independent thought and rebel spirit. It's the most rigid mainstream cesspool of thought policing on the internet and is 100% because of the small vocal group of squeaky wheel members. Alexia numbers tell the fucking story. The fun users went to the bore and a lesser extent vote. You conflate what he did with real actual rape and that just fucking symbolic of the very attitude that's driven away regular fucking people. People with a sense of humor and original thought. Yeah, he's right. I mean, again, it goes back to what I was saying. They've created this fucking, and it's on Evil Lore and his moderation staff, but they've bred this attitude where microaggressions are everywhere, and you can't fucking fun post. I guess is there equivalent to shit posting? So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to play out for you, man. I think you're kind of fucked, to be honest. I think you're going to have to find a new website because it's not looking good. Let's put it that way. What isn't rape these days? Somebody asking. Well, yeah, the funny thing too is, if this forum had been of a different mindset, where it wasn't so overly policed, and this came out, people would have still given him shit. They still would have probably called him creepy, and they would have talked about how it was fucking weird, and they would have made fun of him probably for a long time about it. But things would have gone on. But that's not the website that he created. That's not the environment he fostered. He created the rope that's going around his neck right now. He's got nobody but himself to blame for that. NeoGAF offline for good. I don't know if I trust you, Boner Man. I don't know if that would be fantastic to end the stream on, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's gone off for good. He's probably trying to call that guy up who offered him $10 million and trying to sell it for $10,000 now, but we'll see. All right, I'm just giving it one more look over here, see if I can find anything. That's fucking harsh. Somebody saying, for those keeping score at home, the Wii Shop channel has rightfully outlived NeoGAF. Let that let that fucking sink in. Yeah, other people are posting it saying that NeoGAF is starting to show up in trending. That's great. That's going to be fun. User permanently banned downplaying transphobia. User banned permanent, equating rules against bigotry with book User party. Banned 1 week. User banned bigotry with dissent. Trolling. User banned permanent 3 days. Ignoring mod community high. User banned permanent. Downplaying inflammatory driving. User banned 1 month. User banned minority controlling minority. God damn do I love a good video game. I love it just about as much as I love talking about them. And luckily for me and for anybody else with this hobby, there are a ton of websites dedicated to just that. Whether it's an image board or a website or a forum, there are many sites that cater to that particular need. And for a long time, one of the premier places to go if you wanted to talk about anything video game related was NeoGAF. That is until the owner's penis couldn't be kept under control, and it led to the implosion of the entire fucking website. I'll link in the description if you want the backstory on that. But this began a great exodus to find a new homeland where video games could be talked about in a safe enclosure, where evil penises couldn't hurt anybody anymore. This led to the creation of ResetEra, the red-headed stepchild nobody fucking wanted but decided to show up anyway. Now, ResetEra has gotten a bit of a reputation for being a little bit too trigger-happy when it comes to banning people and creating an inclusive safe space. They've become known as the most hypersensitive hugbox on the internet, far outdoing places like Tumblr or RSRS. They are leagues beyond it if you were to talk to an average person who just happens to stroll by and browse through some of their website. I think that reputation might be undeserved. because there's no way it could possibly be as bad as people are describing it. I bet if we were to go look at some of the threads and read some of the posts, we'd quickly find out that this is a fun, open community that can handle banter and jokes, likes to enjoy their hobby with each other, and leaves all the political stuff outside of the website, outside of the forum. They just want to talk about video games. Like this video game theme thread, Era's Women Problem. I wonder what this one's about. Probably Centipede, maybe Pac-Man. Let's look at the OP. There's been some talk lately about how the level of discourse on Era is unacceptable for a forum that claims to be progressive, as opposed to interlaced. I think we're talking about technical terms here. This forum is filled with fake progressives who think smoking weed and not actively raping people makes them leftists. If this place isn't progressive, do progressive places even exist? Okay, so maybe there's a little bit of politics in here, but I'm sure it's not obnoxious. It's not like there are people just begging for anybody with a different opinion to get instantly fucking banned for any reason whatsoever. What sort of insane, fucked up mindset would you have to adhere to really be inclined to put that forward? People talk about the moderation being too strong here, but my view is that it isn't nearly strong enough. Being transphobic or misogynistic just gets you a weak ban, and you often have to have a history of acting like that just to get it. The goal of moderation shouldn't just be to enforce the rules, but also create a good environment where people can freely discuss progressive topics without people coming in to deny that it's worth considering or trying to derail it. The key to making this place more progressive is, like it or not, kicking out the people who don't fit that goal. Make the bans for blatant sexism or misogyny harsher. No more weak, pitiful bans of a week. Make it 3 months. Say dumb, offensive shit, get hit. Let them move back to GAF if they don't realize their mistakes. Could definitely do with more bans. I constantly see racist or sexist posts that get the offender a slap on the wrist. Shit like that don't learn, and it doesn't need a second chance. The only solution would be stricter moderation. People will eventually figure it out if they want to be here or not. Forcibly. Or by choice.
There are 4 lights!
More bans, please. Just ban everybody. They need to learn a lesson, forcibly or otherwise. They don't deserve a second chance. Line them up against the wall. They're not progressive enough to be here to talk about Tomb Raider. Well, it looks like the mods heard them loud and clear, because everybody gets a ban. You get a ban, and you get a ban, and you get a ban, and you get a ban. Fuck it, everybody's banned. The patriarchy is still strong. You said it. The amount of but harsher moderation wouldn't help, and this is the most progressive gaming forum ever rebuttals are just plain tiresome. Well, when my lady requests some help, here come the white knights to lend her aid. I think I need to reread the "Don't Call Women Females" thread to get a better understanding of this. I'd be all for a 100% woman moderation administration team. I think that would make the forum better and send a positive signal to the entire gaming community worldwide. I actually think the mods do alright with the shit, but I'm a dude, so maybe I just don't see how bad it is. Thank you for voicing out your concerns. As a male, there are obvious privileges I get to enjoy, and that means I don't get to experience the same problems that women do. Thus, I didn't notice the problems before to Era, and probably on other communities in the internet as well. I will try to watch out more for the problems you voiced, and try not to repeat the same mistakes. Starting to notice a little bit of a trend. If you got anything dangling between your legs, you're not very popular here. Late to the thread. Persephone, thank you for bringing attention to these things. Men, just shut up and listen, okay?
The gun is good.
The gun is good!
The penis is evil.
In topics like rape, rape victims decide. Everyone else gets to shut up and listen. Absolutely agree! I can't tell you how many times I've been on a video game forum talking about loadouts to use in a FPS, and the topic of rape comes up, and we just shut up and listen. We shut up and listen. It's a common conversation to have when you're playing Call of Duty. Just every day, all day. Rape, 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 rape. I saw exactly what you mean in the empathy thread. In the empathy thread.
Where the video games?
How many more pages of this are there? Page 20 of what? Of 46. Just fuck it. Come kiss me, sweet death. Fuck it. Well, you know what? Maybe that's just a one-off topic. Let's go look at another heavily focused video game thread on this amazing video game website. Please stop referring to women as females. I see this everywhere, and it really rustles my jimmies, but never more than when I see a dude say men and females in the same sentence. really says a lot about how they view women. Also, don't forget that mod edit, explaining that this is a sensitive topic. And I bet all of you are really curious how well this discussion went. Oh, Stanley Rue, what are you doing here? Yeah, it's really gross, and as a gender non-binary, I'm gonna add an addendum. Let's take this a few steps further. Yeah, let's do that. And be respectful in how we gender people in general. Don't always be so sure you've got someone's pronouns right. Because hey motherfucker, you don't really know if kittens is a Mr. or a Mrs., do ya? Lot of hyper-defensive males in this topic. Is this thread an example of mansplaining? Maybe I'm just having a run of bad luck. There have to be video games somewhere on this fucking forum. Let's go find them.
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
Well, fuck me, we finally found it, didn't we? I knew the Holy Grail was out there somewhere. People had told me for years, Jim, eventually, if we dig deep enough, we will find a forum run by and for cat ladies. An entire fucking forum, moderated by them, with a user base of them, dirty, disgusting, old, withered up, tits hanging by their knees, cat ladies. Bitter females that hate anything to do with men, that just want to make their hobbies awful. They smell putrid, their house stinks of cat shit, there's no joy in them, there's no love in them. They don't even play video games. It's a trap. They made the forum as a trap to get back at all the men that are fucking younger women. And that forum is ResetEra. But this is the utopia that they wanted. They ran away from NeoGAF to create this. They all had a hand in building it. They were so enthusiastic about coming together as a community. They were going to do it the right way, the progressive way, the cat lady way, and make the biggest hug box the internet has ever seen. So I'm sure they're all overjoyed with it. They found paradise. It's not like they've realized they've made a horrible fucking mistake by handing the keys to the kingdom to a bunch of piss-stained, kitty litter-smelling cat ladies and want to run back to NeoGAF now. Because how fucking embarrassing would that be? Well, good evening, chat. Hopefully this is working. I have no idea if it is. It's my first time streaming on the Chinese Lemon website. Hopefully the Bitcoin miners aren't melting your fucking computers, but welcome to the new age. The brave new age. Where you have to go to DLive to be able to talk about stuff. I'm probably going to be uploading on BitChute too. Oh boy. Fun times ahead. Hey, chat, can you give me some sign of life here so I know that this is actually coming through and everything hasn't gone completely to shit? I followed their little guide. They have a little guide on how to stream over here, but they have no information on the back end to tell you if your stupid fucking stream is working. So I don't know. I see a lot of jumping, dancing jellos and puddings. That's a good sign. Something must be working. A-okay? We're A-okay? All right. Oh boy. Oh, I can get rid of the scrolling text now, can't I? Oh, what a interesting couple of days it's been. We've got a little bit of a tiff going on between ResetEra and NeoGAF. I hope you've got a lot of time because we're going to be sitting on our asses and being real lazy and going over a whole fuck ton of stuff. I think it's going to be fun. Just turn this off for a moment. There we go. Now, oh, I hope I set this up properly. Yes, I did. Now, before we get into this, I want you to keep one thing in mind. One thing as you're hearing everything we're going to talk about, all the people involved, the timeline, all of it. Keep this one singular thing in mind. This is a post that showed up on ResetEra, a web forum known for going after game developers and really anyone that doesn't toe the line of progressive, politically correct viewpoints. You've probably seen them around. They like to harangue anybody that doesn't bend a knee and do what they want. And this was one such post in relation to THQ. And I think it's interesting. So let's take a quick look. We need to make sure THQ becomes synonymous with pedophilia Every article that promotes their game should be flooded with comments about THQ Nordic's endorsement of child pornography. Anytime they're mentioned by one of their business partners on Twitter and the like, do the same. Taint their brand until something is done. Now, that user wasn't banned. They didn't get a timeout or a warning. Nobody said, hey, that's fucking insane. They had a bunch of dorks saying, you have my sword, you have my axe to go into battle. That's the mentality you're dealing with when you're looking at ResetEra. They want to smear an entire company as being pedophiles because the company talked to a community they didn't happen to like. So you should get an ironic sense of enjoyment out of what we're going to be looking at as we go over the last 2 days of ResetEra and NeoGAF. I mean, I should probably give a little bit of a background before we dive deep into it. Our story begins not so long ago on a little video game forum called NeoGAF, run by a certain gentleman named Evilor. Now, he had some encounters with women that people in their community deemed problematic. It's icky. It's a big yikes for me. Lots of people very upset with what Evilor did. Now, you might be thinking, well, he must have done something terrible. Maybe. It's debatable. But you see, when NeoGAF started to get popular, it attracted a lot of industry insiders. And it attracted a lot of people that were very enthusiastic about the hobby of video games. Now, as the site grew, that was fine. People interacted, they talked about video games and things within the industry, occasionally some off-topic stuff, but for a while it was fine. But slowly, like a little yeast infection in the vagina of this website, something dank and nasty started to grow. An outraged subsection. They like to get offended about anything and demanded people be banned for stepping out of line. Does this sound familiar to you? Well, Evilor had a choice. He could have stomped it out there, but that was too difficult. He didn't want to do it. And so he stayed quiet for too long. And this little infection became systemic to the point where you couldn't really enjoy yourself on NeoGAF. If you stepped out of line, you were banned. You were gone. Get the fuck out of here. Really ruined the website. And then we come to the event where some previous posts and conversations and actions regarding women came up. And now it was the administrator's turn to bend over and get spanked. He didn't like it very much. He didn't like the outrage mob that he had let run loose on his website, spanking his ass, especially in front of his users. So he started banning people, kicking them out. Get the fuck out of here. No more threads for you. Now, that was the impetus. And that's what led the brave individuals to walk across that digital desert for 40 days until they reached the haven that was ResetEra. So you need to keep in mind that these two websites have a history together. And the people that set up ResetEra really are the worst possible posters from NeoGAF. The most outrage-sensitive people. The most demanding posters. Those are the ones that went on this little exodus to a brand new website. I mean, one such person's, you're reading their post on screen. They are autistic little shits, aren't they? So ResetEra is going to be this progressive bastion of video gaming. They're not going to fall for the same mistakes that NeoGAF did. That is until they had their own little uh-oh moment, a little bit of an oopsie, a little bit of a problem arose. When a user showed up on NeoGAF, of all places, and decided to talk about what they deemed a pedophile problem within the ResetEra community. And we're going to be going over that thread and just talking and looking at the events surrounding it. A lot of really interesting shit going on. Lots of behind the scenes things. In fact, I have a little video that I think sums up what happens if you go on to ResetEra right now. If you were to have an account and go on to ResetEra and say, God, guys, maybe we should talk about all the fucking pedophile stuff. Let me show you what happens when you step out of line. When you step out of line, you should probably salute this brave soul. love to do that. Anytime you say something naughty, anytime you say something that goes against the collective, they're very quick to pull the rug out from under you. Get the fuck off my website. They don't like that very much. Poor Mr. Howard's a goner. He's never coming back, folks. He's been big banned right off that website. So dissent is not welcome. If you have some issues, you're gonna need to get the fuck out of town. Okay, let me pull up the thread that started this wonderful implosion of autism, and we're gonna go through it. And then you're gonna see some very bizarre reactions. I don't know. There's a lot of smoke on this one, and I think you're gonna come to that same conclusion as we look over the reaction of the user base of ResetEra and the people involved directly with this particular set of events. I would like to say ahead of time, before we look at the OP over on NeoGAF, that the poster had hosted their images up on Imgur. These are Discord leaks from a ResetEra group. What do you know? Super surprising. None of you would probably have ever guessed this, but immediately, I'd say within a few hours of them having posted all of these Discord leaks up on Imgur, the account was flagged down and all the pictures were removed. Now, I believe they're rehosting them now. There are archives of them, so they're not deleted for good. But just keep that in mind, that somebody went through the trouble of trying to remove the pictures. Didn't want them out there. So, I present to you ResetEra and the Pedo Problem. Originally posted by Celine D. Skies, who's now a gold member over at NeoGAF. I'm sure they fucking are. I'm sure they fucking are. All right. I'm going to have to go to Screen Capture Desktop for this. Grab yourself a drink. We're going to be reading through quite a lot of this shit, and then tracking down the reactions. Now, the other weird thing about this, well, I don't even want to spoil it. I'm gonna wait till we get to it before I actually fucking talk about it. I think this is what I want. Oh boy, I hope I don't fuck this one up. There we go. That's what I wanted. Here's our thread. ResetEra and the Pedo Problem. Already has 1,300 responses. By the way, ResetEra didn't want to address this. Yesterday, this thread had maybe 12 to 13,000 views on it. Approaching 100,000 now. Didn't really work out well for you, did it, cat ladies? Trying to sweep that one under the rug. Not the smartest fucking plan in the universe. I'm just going to have to be honest with you. So here we go. Here's the OP. ResetEra is trying hard to get these screen caps down. Here's an archive with everything until then. Archive with all the screen captures. They back them up. Everybody has backed all this shit up. They're just explaining English is not their first language. But here we go. Some little context. I won't disclose my real name, but I was a ResetEra member, known by the pseudo Celine D. Skies. I won't lie. At first, ResetEra was cool. I was mostly safe for a young woman who liked video games. I even intended to be a moderator at some point. That was before I discovered ResetEra was full of disturbed and dangerous people. You don't say, really? I never could have guessed what happens when you take a bunch of 30 and 40-year-old cat ladies and put them into a confined space. Dangerous, you say. Disturbed individuals, are they? Some weeks after I subscribed to the forum, I was invited to a super secret community related to ResetEra. I was invited by a member named Lord Kano. After a quick exchange through ResetEra's private messages, I became somewhat casual with Serium, ResetEra's owner. Even if I don't remember exactly when or how. Let's say we use this to discuss together for a couple of months. The super secretive community was a Discord server. The Discord server was basically the back room of ResetEra, or a kind of ResetEra's boys club. A lot of the most active and prominent ResetEra members were and still are partaking in it. In this Discord server, you could find people like Huge X, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to call him Bing Bong. You could find Bing Bong, one of ResetEra's most prominent admins, who's very, very active in it. He probably has more than 2,000 messages in this server and is online most of the time. Emily Rogers, who was one of ResetEra's most famous admins at some point. Matt something or other, an employee of NPT and one of ResetEra's VIP members. Again, a very active member of this server. Jaw Muncher, one of ResetEra's oldest moderators, and many more. They begin to post. This is another thing, too. I've seen some other fuckers on ResetEra repeatedly try to say, oh, it's, one, this isn't associated with the website. Two, nobody in the power structure is on this server. Well, the OP obviously is disagreeing with that. I mean, what do we have here? Not just prominent members, but admins and mods. That's what they're alleging. I don't know. I don't use the fucking website, thank God. I have no interest in going on to ResetEra. But I do know a couple of those names do get around quite a bit with industry insider information and analysis. And I know they're given a bit of a red carpet treatment. So it wouldn't surprise me mixed in amongst them that you're going to find some fucking moderators. But here they are trying to prove that they're in the Discord, showing all that, showing the people in the Discord. I believe this is all in disgusting French. I don't know. But it starts to get good. Again, they're just showing the individuals that they're finding in the Discord server. But here we go. I'm only listing those above mentioned people, so you know that this is in fact their Discord server and wasn't some random Discord. It's important to be precise to the people I mentioned just above. Okay, it's important to be precise that the people I mentioned just above aren't the pedo-minded people I'll talk about. However, I'm still wondering if most of them did ignore what happened under their noses or not. I'm sure some of them knew, but for the rest, that's up to them to clarify. Still, I would find weird that among all of these people, I was the only one aware of these discussions on the server, despite being there for only a few weeks. There were also some of the most active ResetEra members. And again, I suppose, if you're familiar with their forum, you could verify this. Cadence of Vina, Kano, Heart Skips, Eloz. So I'm guessing these are the active members. So they're saying this is the hip shit for ResetEra members. This is where all the power players gather together to talk about whatever it is PC-minded individuals discuss before they try to destroy developers and publishers. To give more context, the process for subscribing to this Discord server was quite locked and intricate. You had to be invited, then validated by mods and admins, wait for some time, and then there was another process to be able to browse the server. I don't remember the whole process exactly, but I remember it was a pain in the ass. Pretty suspect for a simple Nintendo Discord, right? Keep reading and you'll find out why. To make a long story short, I quickly realized there was something weird on this server, and someone told me casually that pedo discussions... How do you bring that up casually? Someone told me casually that pedo discussions were rampant on the server. He told me... he told it to me like I wouldn't care. Problem was, I did care. I decided to dig a little, and in my research, I typed 3 common keywords into the search bar within the Discord server: underage, pedo, and 16 years old. At the time to type some others, but with those 3 keywords only, I found many. God, you could tell they're not English speaker primarily. I found many proofs of the pedophilic tendencies or pedo apologist tendencies of a group of persons among the most active in this server. You know, I think it's take a small little break from reading this particularly to talk about one thing. This web forum and its user base are notorious, fucking notorious, for going after developers and publishers, for going after different communities and gamers in general. Talking about, I mean, you can look at the background image I have up there. This is the ridiculous shit that you encounter when you go to ResetEra. Look at these user bans. Downplaying transphobia. Community hive mind trolling, inflammatory drive-by. Trolling a sensitive thread with a prior history of infractions. They are so up their own ass about wanting to have the moral high ground and be virtuous. And they will attack anyone and any business and any community that they perceive as stepping out of the line from being politically correct or progressive. They have that reputation. They engage in that behavior. So here's a user that pops up all of a sudden, and they say, hey, guess what? You know all those people that are telling you that you're a bunch of sexist, racist bigots? Turns out they got a Discord server where they like to talk about lolly and pedo shit and age of consent. And everybody kind of knows about it. And all the power users from this uptight web forum hang out there. All the people that would publicly post and say that you're a monster because you didn't use a proper pronoun are hanging out in this fucking Discord server talking about, you know, it's not a big deal. You want to fuck a 15-year-old? Yeah, that's what they're doing. When they're not publicly posting about you and your taste in video games and different developers and publishers, they're hanging out over here saying this shit. Really, really gets the noggin jog and really makes you think, doesn't it? A little bit of a two-faced kind of thing going on. a little bit of a, how would you say it, a public and a private position? And also, I just want to point this out because it'll be important later on, that this person, when they talked about getting into this Discord server, and the person that introduced them, Lord Kano, at the same time that they're getting into this private Discord, at the same time they're talking to Kano and all these other people, they're talking to the owner of ResetEra, Serium. So, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. We'll see where it goes. Maybe it's all bullshit. Maybe not. It's going to be funny either way, I have a feeling. Especially when you see the fucking reactions of damage control. Very good. All right, let me get us back to where we were here. I'm trying to work it, chat. You gotta have to give me a minute. I've got YouTube on the brain. I'm used to doing it through that. So, all right, here we are. I take you now. Yeah, again, remember this. Remember this fucking statement going forward. If you start to feel any sympathy for any of these people involved, if you start to think, well, shit, maybe this feels like a bit of a witch hunt, or shit, maybe it's a genuine misunderstanding, or shit, maybe they're talking about something else, read that fucking comment on their fucking forum. Remember that. They wanted to destroy a company by accusing them of being cool with pedophilia because they talked to fucking 8chan. All right, so let's go take a look and see where this leads us. There we go. So they start to go over the different users, different people that are within the Discord. Also taking a look at who they are in the Discord and who they are on the forum, matching up the usernames. So here you have one called Hammerdin, and they're saying it's the same pseudonym, the same username on ResetEra. And they're talking about ambiguous. They're talking about how ambiguous the subject of age is, or how it's subjective. And the issue of ambiguous age is something that can vary by the eye of the beholder. Hey, man. Hey, listen, buddy. I get it. You're upset at me because I'm dating your 5th grade daughter. But listen, in my eyes, she's a mature lady. All right, it's in the eye of the beholder. And I think you need to relax a little bit. Okay, stop being such a bigot. It's 2019. She could consent. Now, why don't you just relax here? I'm going to take her in my van. We'll go get you some McDonald's or something after I bring her by the candy store. That's where I promised to take her on our 3rd date. It's our 3rd date, by the way. Eye of the beholder. Hammerdin telling how a 16-year-old could look like J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, a common pedophilic rhetoric, but she was looking like an adult. Again, they're going, Hammerdin again referring to 32-year-olds preying on minors as players and normalizing it. Let's imagine this. If you're a 16-year-old player, having the hots for a fictional 16-year-old character isn't weird. If you're 32 years old, the same cannot be said. The pedo talk is genuinely assuming the player is of a certain identity. And then from another user they've highlighted for some reason, Lonely One. I think that if you have pedophile tendencies, you have them. They can't be promoted, just like an argument that sexual identity is not a choice. You really can't have it both ways, but this kind of argument are very anti-PC, so you can't make them openly. Hey, listen, guys. We need to be fucking progressive in our secret ResetEra Discord chat. All right? Like, I'm trying to date 5th graders over here, and you guys are coming down on me about it. It's making me really upset. It's kind of anti-PC, all right? You need to calm the fuck down. You can also see Lonely One, same pseudo, again, same username on ResetEra, telling us pedophile jacking off to drawing of underage persons is fine. Okay. Lonely One, pedophiles who have acted on their desires deserve jail, nothing less. Pedophiles jacking it to drawings? Yes. You don't have to be their friend. Seat at the same tables, and please keep kids away from them. But I would let them be. God, does anybody on this fucking forum speak English properly? Lonely One telling us how he will never say what he really thinks about pedos on ResetEra in front of many of the ResetEra members and the admin of this Discord server. Everything is fine. Okay. I know it's dangerous. I'm not a red pillar anti-JW. I don't know what JW stands for. Gator or anything like that, by the way, and I would never say that on Era. Because no one can say there isn't real research on this and it's hard to do. If pedophilia is some kind of sexual spectrum thing or some kind of illness. but mainstream opinion is the latter. And people who are LGBT do not like the comparison because of the stigma attached to pedophilia and the history of equating LGBT to sexual deviance. It's hard to talk about pedophilia because it's such a heinous crime when it happens in real life. It throws rational discussions entirely out. I'm just like a side thing. Let me table this for a second. That's really, those two sentences together, that's really something. God, it's really hard to talk about this whole pedophile thing because, they brutalize the kids, but you just can't have a rational discussion about it. You just want to have a rational, logical, fedora-tipping, big-boy-brained, galaxy-thinking discussion about baby fucking, and people suddenly get really upset about it. I don't understand it. Yeah, it's so weird, Hammerton. I wonder why that is. In the two following screen caps, you can see two ResetEra members, Castian Scam and Lama Waifu, joking about craving for minors and risking jail for it. I guess they're giving us age. Are two underage girls from Love Plus, a Japanese dating game. Oh boy, Love Plus. Actually, I'm going to call bullshit here for a second because I just thought of something. Let me find this for. Give me 1 second, chat. Give the old man 1 second here. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. They're talking about how it's so hard to have a rational discussion about child fucking in public. Okay, here we go. I know I'd find it if I look for it. Let me get rid of that. I'm going to pop this up on screen. This, by the way, is from ResetEra itself, the website. When they're talking about the difficulties of broaching this subject. Okay, I think this should pull it up. I'll have to check the stream just to make sure it shows up fully. 1 second here. There we go. This was from a fucking ResetEra thread. Okay, just compare this. My mind hurts from looking at this. Look at all these ban notifications. Drive-by fucking trolling. Downplaying transphobia. Drive-by fucking victim blaming. All of that shit. You could get banned for fucking everything. You sneeze the wrong way and they'll ban you. But you go have a discussion about child fucking, this is what you get. The user was warned for this post for defending pedophilia and eubophilia. This post only received a warning due to perceived differences between the user's native language and English. What does that even mean? They typed it in English. The fucking thread was in English. Hey now. Okay? We got some rules around here. You violate those rules, you're out the door. All right, I don't want you use those proper pronouns. Oh, you want to have a discussion about baby fucking? Here, hand me your wrist. There you go. I slapped it. Don't do that. You get a warning. You go sit over there for a moment and think about what you've done. Yeah, I don't know if I'm buying it. Their description that you can't talk about this publicly on their fucking forum. Apparently you can, with no consequences. Okay, let me. We'll continue with this in 1 second here. I'm a little nervous that the stream is not working right, so I want to be able to check chat to make sure it's actually fucking going through. A lot of people saying it depends on the child. How dare you? How dare you? We won't have that talk over here. I'm going to have to give you a warning. Because, I believe that you're not a native English speaker, so I'm going to let you go with it. It's just a warning this time, guys. Don't be bringing that milkshake logic over here. All right, I think everything's good. All right, everything's good. All right, so far so good. Apparently, this site streams better than it did before. I haven't had any issues just yet, so we'll see how it goes going forward. Are you enjoying the return of the fucking Jellos or whatever the fuck they are? Hopefully that works out well. Colonel J, do you think some ResetEra mods and admins will go rogue and dox the pedos users eventually? You essentially have to dox yourself to make an account there after all. I don't. No, I don't. And you'll see why I don't think something like that's going to happen. Because this is just the beginning. God, this is going to be a bit of a long stream. So we're just starting to get into it. But no, I do not believe they're going to do that. Okay, to be continued. They keep going. This is apparently a user named Nemesis from ResetEra telling how he's willing to sacrifice himself to tell us Lolitas aren't underage. Hey, Every time I get banned, I had an idea that I would get at least a warning, so I know when I write things it will fuck me. Ha ha ha. The only thing I want to correct, that people are putting Lolo equals underage. If someone do that to me, I won't go there next week, sad face. A response from Eloz. Seriously, don't die on the lolly doesn't equal underage battle. That's an instant ban, more instant than a lot of things. This same nemesis bragging about having graphic depictions of underage kids having sex and going below 18 but above 12 because he has some kind of limit to his pedo tendencies. Well, that's a bit of a bombshell. Let's see what they said. What obvious reasons, LOL? And I have here Pum Pum and Hikaru Namachi, which came to Brazil. Apparently a South American. What obvious reasons, lol? Oh, no, that's him. LOL again. And to be honest, the majority of the works that have sex, and I have read, are with teenagers in the stories, so yeah, LOL. Underage, I'm going below 18. Going from 12 to above, of course. But those works that I own are sold by publishers from here, so it's not like I bought anything illegal. Or something, LOL. So I never have to worry about any of it. In the following screen caps, you can see Kano, Lord Kano on ResetEra, GG2XAC, Caviar, and Eloz. Again, all the same usernames on ResetEra, discussing about this thread. And the particular thread they're linking to is Gamer Arrested After Rape Overheard During Online Grand Theft Auto Session. Caviar, thread already has dumbass replies. Fucking pedophile. Guy rapes someone and the thing they focus on is the 2 to 3 year age difference. Really? Why do they call an 18-year-old a man? Age is just a number, bro. Kano about how ResetEra and the moderation team know jack shit about pedos. Why do they call... Okay, they're discussing that, apparently. The famous pedo rhetoric by Caviar. 18-year-olds are old enough to have sex with underage people all the time. Adults are no different. I think you're getting the point. They're dropping a lot of this shit. Them searching for age of consent in the U.S. state by... This is where it gets a little interesting. Again, video game Discord. For the most progressive PC fucking forum on the internet. And they're together in the general chat searching state by state for the age of consent in every U.S. state just to make sure. They're pulling up diagrams and shit. Oh, ResetEra. Kano informing his little friend that age of consent in Europe is 16. Only to be answered by Luigi Blood that, yeah, he loves this. Apparently, Luigi Blood really loves the idea of banging 16-year-olds. Good to know. Good to know. So this was their initial drop. This is what they brought to NeoGAF. Now, it's weird. It's not, like, when you look at it, if this was any other community, people really wouldn't give a fuck. But given what community this is and their behavior towards everybody on the fucking internet and how they interact with publishers and developers, again, there's a bit of schadenfreude, a little bit of delicious irony going on here that so many progressive, upright, moral, virtuous people are hanging out in a sales chat. That's, what is it, general chat under sales? Hanging out there, going state by state, looking for how young you can go if you want to fuck somebody. It's ridiculous. So, our user, let me make sure I get their name right again, Selena Disguise, finds this to be an issue. They're upset by it. So they find, they start searching through all this shit. They find more stuff talking about what ages they'll go to, things like that. They do drop this before we get in. Oh, actually, it leads right into the discussion with the owner. So let's pull this up. Pull this down. There we go. Okay. This is probably one of the more interesting things. This one right here. I didn't have time to browse their entire Discord, but discussions about the normalization of pedophilia were rampant. It was basically everywhere in the Discord. Fuck, someone calling himself Lonely One and speaking about how pedophilia tendencies are normal and age is just a number screams pedo to me. You have another one who calls 32-year-olds adults preying on minors players. What the fuck? That's pedophile vocabulary, and why are those discussions so common on ResetEra's Discord server? So they're claiming, their claim is that this shit's going on all over this fucking place. That there are a bunch of conversations about it, and that they've highlighted a few. So they go to the owner. They go directly to the owner or the person in charge, the head admin, I don't fucking know, of ResetEra, Serium. And they have a discussion. They start a discussion saying, hey, I found some weird shit on, a Discord with all these fucking users and mods and all these other people. I've got a bit of a fucking problem with it. Maybe you should take a look. And Serium, says, okay, can you give me a quick summary for now? What exactly is going on? So they start explaining, hey, this Discord server has a lot of weird discussions going on. A lot of the really popular users like so-and-so are in there. And they're talking about like age of consent and pedos and lollies and how young would you go and, just weird shit like that. Serium says, oh, that sounds terrible if this is happening. Report it to Discord. If it's something criminal, go to the authorities. Now, they respond, it's not the problem, and I doubt it's something criminal. It's more like Zhu knows and could give two shits about it. He and Jaw Muncher, Emily, Matt, who also participate in this Discord, know these members are hard-on pedos, and still, not a single one of them took action against them or raised their voice against them. How is it they can let those people be an active member of ResetEra and not notify people about these discussions? To which the owner says, well, they're a very busy person, and I doubt he checks the server very often. They respond, he knows. Like, sometimes he replies right after him. The pedo posts right after are under his nose. So there's a back and forth between this user and the forum owner, I guess. They start sending him copies of the same screen caps they'd posted in this thread. And it all culminates. I'll go down here a little bit. Where are we? This is a long back and forth between them. I'm trying to sum it up quickly. Okay. And it all culminates with them being banned and blocked. If you think those subjects mean less to me, you're wrong. But I'm going to be honest and clear. Accusing members of being pedos is a very serious accusation. Wow, yeah. Claiming somebody's a pedo is a very serious accusation. That's what they're saying. Very fucking serious accusation. Huh. Really? Very serious accusation. Good to know. Good to know, asshole. And something we take very seriously. It calls for a commensurate level of evidence. And I do not believe that you have shown that. I feel this is in fact about your ban. And therefore, I'm very uncomfortable with this conversation. So, they go to management. Management says, not really interested. Don't really give a shit. I don't see a problem. I think you're overreacting. Not interested. And then bans them. They're banned off the Discord. They're banned all over the place. They're done. They're gone. Get the fuck out of here. You're not welcome in our progressive little fucking hive. You're thinking outside the box. We can't allow that. Now, this is where it starts to get funny. Because they drop all this shit. They drop it all. They start posting more screen caps to show, yeah, these numbers match up. It's really that person in the Discord I'm talking to. I'm not making that up. These are the conversations that we're having. And once they do this, a couple of things happen. One, NeoGAF laughs about it. Evil Lore laughs about it. Why wouldn't they? They've just been through the ringer. They've been called terrible, horrible, sexist bigots by these fucks before they went off to start their own goddamn forum to compete with NeoGAF. And one of the more interesting things is damage control started. People started showing up in the thread to try to downplay it and act like this isn't a big deal, you're totally misinformed, nothing's going on. But the people doing the damage control, it turns out, are relatives of the people that run the fucking forum. Evil Lore called this one. I don't even think anybody would have known if he particularly hadn't said this. Given that your sister was one of the ResetEra's founding mods, we could presume you're all in deep with them. Hence the pathetic damage control on display here. Imagine somebody starts a fucking thread about your shitty web forum and some of the creepy shit going on in your Discord. And you're such a pussy, you send your little sister to deal with it. You send your fucking sibling to go do damage control on another forum that's laughing at you and laughing about how stupid and goofy this shit is and really enjoying watching you hypocrites be kind of put into an uncomfortable position. But they send their little sister on in. But even more than that, If you tried to talk about this really over the last 24 hours in just a host of different places, that conversation was immediately shut down. You weren't allowed to do it. If you went on to the video game board on 4chan, threads are getting pruned. If you try to talk on R Gaming or R Kotaku in Action, threads are removed outright. I can't figure that out. These are two threads that were put up on Kotaku in Action talking about this. You'll notice the upvoted rate. The Redditors love to upvote. They're addicted to that shit. 94% upvoted, 89% upvoted, all the shit removed. Removed violation of rules 273498576. Just every goddamn rule you can think of. Delete the thread, remove the information, conversation closed. And some guy messaged me and explained, oh, you don't understand. If you want to post about something like this on Kotaku in Action, you have to blur out all the names of people involved. That's the rule now. We can't have any screenshots from any public forum, any public account, any Discord server, anything without unblurred names. That's not allowed anymore. I'm a bit incredulous about that claim because every thread on that fucking place would look like this. Hey guys, did you hear the news about the guy that just admitted he murdered his girlfriend? Well, here's a screen cap. I can't tell you what their name is. They're not a public figure. And I can't show you any of the people interacting with this because, again, they're not public figures. Breaking hot video game news from the authoritative source at Kotaku in Action, where we redact information and give the fucking deep state a run for their money with how much shit we remove. So, doubting it a little bit incredulous that that's really how it works there. I bet if you were to go look at some of the threads right now, you're going to see Twitter screen caps and forum posts without any names blurred. But this particular subject, not allowed to be talked about. You got to pull it down. That's not just Kotaku in Action. That's R Gaming. Other fucking places too. Let me check on chat here to make sure everything's going well. It's really weird not being able to run this. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I can. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong spot. Is there a way to pop out chat? Because if I could do that, I wouldn't have to go back and look at this shit. That's a lot of fucking GIFs, chat. Are you enjoying your ability to put up dancing puddings? I don't know how much of a time delay there is on this stream either. Get a second monitor. That would require technical abilities. I don't know how to do that shit. Oh, let me pull. I had a few other things too to pull up for this shit show. Oh, where are we here? Oh, yeah, okay. That's where we'll go next. We'll go to that next. Yeah, that'll work. All right, just one moment. I have to find the exact. This is 28 pages now that NeoGAF has hit with this particular subject. But of course, given the sensitivity of the information, some people got upset with our little leaker putting out this public information. Now, you'll notice that when they initially put this up, ResetEra had no public response. Nothing from management, nothing from the users. Everybody just kind of pretended it didn't happen. If you tried to contact any of these people on Twitter or on any of their social media, they'd completely ignore you. You'd be blocked, you'd be muted, and nobody would be listening to anything that you had to say. Just no response. That is except for our intrepid little whistleblower. Oh, you know what? Actually, I know where it's been saved. There we go. Our little whistleblower did receive some responses from the people involved, and they weren't super friendly. Go figure. People weren't super thrilled about what's going on. Starting to get some lawsuit threats, and you've reached a really good point in a discussion when people are threatening to sue you for the shit you're posting. So here's the response that Sea Lion D Skies got. Let me make sure this is the right one. Sorry, chat. Just relax for a moment. No, that is not the right one. Oh, come on. Where's my lawsuit threat? Incidentally, the person that threatened the lawsuit against them is the same person that introduced them to the server. That exact same person? Yeah, that's the one. ResetEra members showed up on the forum. They complained. They said, don't don't slander us. It's very upsetting when you say these mean things. Oh, here we are. Here we go. This was the response from Celine. Once the thread started to gain traction, once the information started to kind of circulate around. I think there we are. Yep. Can I zoom in on this a little bit here? I think so. Or not. There we go. I've just been contacted by Lord Kano. Kano in the screen cap and Lord Kano on ResetEra. He's pissed I talked about this. Called me a crazy woman with mental health issues. And threatened me that one of them was going to sue me for public slander if I released more stuff. He probably thinks I'm afraid. I'm not. Of course, he didn't make a single comment on the pedo stuff. So the first response Celine gets, the first response to really any of this, aside from a few family members showing up to damage control, are lawsuits. They took it right to the next level. Got to jump in with those lawsuits. Got to make sure people understand not to fuck with us when we're having our discussion about age of consent, or we'll sue the shit out of you. Ooh, not looking the best there. Let me get us to where I need to be here. 1 second, because the responses started coming a little more rapid fire from this point onward. Because Lord Kano decides, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna have some conversations with these people. Doesn't work out well for him. Starts threatening lawsuits. People talking about how this is going to be a bad day. It's going to be a bad day for Celine. Jesus Christ, man. These fucking people. How it is you can build a forum that is known for being the shittiest place on the internet, is known for bitching about every little thing that's found offensive. You could see it with Cyberpunk 2077. They wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. Even, oh God, what's her name? I think I still have this up here. Yep, this chick. They were so fucking mad that people were drawing fan art. They were so upset that people were drawing pictures of this particular person. Very mad about it. Until they went on their Twitter themselves and said, hey, I really love it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody that drew fan art of me. It makes me feel really good. And then they had discussions about how they were brainwashed. Kumi is crazy. How could she say that? She must be under the influence of the all-knowing, all-powerful patriarchy to like dumb little anime drawings of herself. Clearly she doesn't understand the sexism that's involved at the heart of this issue. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh. When you look at this kind of sequence of events, you have a person show up. They claim they have a bunch of leaks from a Discord. That Discord's full of power users and moderators. They're discussing things within that Discord that would get them banned and persecuted on the forum itself. They bring this to the leadership, to the fucking owner of the website. The owner doesn't care. They ban this person's account. They're banned from the Discord. Everybody blocks them, won't talk to them. They put the information out there. It begins to circulate. Now all of a sudden we get threats of lawsuits. We're going to sue the shit out of you if you don't stop fucking with us. I don't know. To me, that feels like there's a lot of smoke. You got family members showing up to damage control. You got people with the same account names on ResetEra suddenly showing up on NeoGAF saying, you guys are overreacting. Nothing's going on here. They're one step away from sending cease and desist letters over fucking Discord leaks. This fucking place. Okay, I think I found the Lord Kano shed. He popped up just not that long ago. I want to try to keep the chronology as best I can. I think, I brought it up to a current level. The thing that happens next, as far as the story goes, are the people that you see within those Discord screen caps that Celine put up on NeoGAF. They decide to start changing their usernames. That's the first thing they attempt. It's like a game of musical chairs. Okay, all these screen caps with us discussing subjects that could get us into some hot water. We're going to change our screen names so nobody can find those comments anymore, or they get confused, or whatever. That doesn't work because instantly people notice that they do this. And after that happens, after the threat of a lawsuit that doesn't really make anybody take anything down, after trying to switch usernames but everybody notices, that's when some of these people start showing up on NeoGAF to discuss this. And the first one really that did it was Lord Kano. So I'm going to pull up his post, and we can take a look at what they have to say. And you can tell me what your honest take on this particular thing is. Because I just love watching idiots run around in a fucking circle. And it feels to me like there's a whole gaggle of fucking idiots at this particular forum that don't know how to react to this. And are really doing, I mean, they're doing everything the opposite of good. Like, their reaction and how they're trying to fight back against this is just making it bigger. You can't ban discussion about it. You can't threaten lawsuits about it. You can't try to hide your username. Like, why are you doing that? If you didn't do anything, if this is all out of context, if these aren't that bad and people don't understand what you're discussing, why are you trying to change your username? Why are you deleting posts and trying to hide? Why are you blocking everyone? I mean, you may not be guilty, bro, but that looks guilty as shit. All right, so let me pull up Lord Kano. Hopefully, I don't know, chat. Are you liking this story? I'm a little off balance streaming on DLive. Old people like me, we get really fucked up when you take away the comfort of the things that we're used to. I'm in a strange new land. I don't know. I don't know how to cope with it. Okay, good. They're liking it. All right. Okay, I've got Lord Kano ready to go. Move that out of the way. There we go. So let's look at his first response. Again, this is after he tried changing his username. After he threatened to sue people. This is the first thing he shows up on NeoGAF saying. This is yesterday afternoon. Lord Kano. Hello, everyone. It's been a long time since I posted on GAF, but now I'm here in an attempt to clear my name. I'm not a native English speaker, so sorry for the few mistakes. I thought long about this too, and despite being told that it would be better just not to engage in conversation, I have hopes that people here will understand my arguments in good faith. I will not talk in names of others, but only mine, because I'm a victim. I'm a victim of misinterpretation. I'm not here representing anyone else but myself. The server which I was a part of was made to discuss video game sales numbers. It's what fueled the conversations most of the time. Most of the time meaning when we weren't discussing fucking underage girls, apparently. It's not affiliated to Era, but user-made. It was not a server made for prominent members to make discussion with the staff. It's all there is to it. The reason why you may recognize some popular names is because they're all sales related. It was a big place to discuss video game sales, be it Famitsu numbers, NPD, Media Create, PAL charts, etc. We never had any input and any kind of moderation issues. Most of the time, we actually disagreed with the moderation, and a lot of us, including myself, got banned multiple times. I even considered going back to GAF at one point. The reason our server was private is because we didn't want any console warring in it. Some discussions went off topic. Notably, when it concerned moderation, as we often disagreed on it, and one of those is screen capped in the OP. There was a thread about GTA 5 and rape was made, which caused many bans of ERA members. From that point, we discussed legal perspectives and legal dispositions, regulating those matters. That's all there was to it. We discussed the difference between the age where you become a legal adult and the age of consent, which I mixed in the course of the discussion, because as I said, I'm not a native English speaker, and definitely not well versed in that field. That's a smooth recovery, Kano. Hey, look at all this shit I wrote in English. I don't really understand English that well. Okay, my mistakey. No speaky English, officer. As for the threats OP claims she got, I'm deeply sorry about the aggressive tone I may have conveyed. I just went out of school when someone linked me that thread, and I was immediately filled with anger that someone I once considered a friend, and of which I thought it was reciprocal, accused me of this sort. I sent a Discord DM, the one OP screen capped, asking what the hell was going on, and why she would do that. It ended abruptly, as I was angered and saddened at the situation. I want to be precise, I didn't threaten anyone of legal actions. My last sentence was very much made of worries that OP, knowing her difficult situation, could be put in danger if someone took all of it very seriously and decided to sue her for defamation. I apologize to the OP if I came across as threatening, but that wasn't my intent. What a kind heart. You guys, you don't understand. All right, when we're talking about banging those chicks, me no speaking English. All right, me no speaking English. You can't get mad at me. And when I said we're gonna sue the fuck out of you, that again, me no speaking English. I just was trying to warn her. I wasn't trying to scare the OP. When I said you're gonna be sued into poverty, that was a heads up. Like, hey man, people are fucking crazy. you should look out for yourself, bro. Wink, wink. All right, that's not a threat. That's a nice, friendly warning. For the Luigi Blood post, I believe he already explained his situation, which was tied to me merely because I was talking about the Metal Gear Solid 1 French dub. As for my recent era name changes, it was in hope that people would just forget about me. I didn't want to... Wow. I didn't want to come here because I don't like the attention. I'm no one important, just a rando like anyone else here. I'm not affiliated with Era or anyone else. I was just spending my time on a Discord server, talking about game sales, and anything that was discussing in the general chat. I never expected that anyone could have interpreted my post like that. I'm not a pedophile, nor was I ever interested in underage people. I'm still at university. My part of the situation is a big misinterpretation, and I really want to prove it. I've already cut ties with the server, and the people this thread rightfully pointed out as potentially very suspicious once their Twitter accounts were digged out. Get it with that. Uh-oh. Oh, let's see here. Somebody said the stream went down. I'll have to check. 1 second, chat. Am I back or am I dead? I don't know, chat. You got to tell me. We've run into our first problem. Am I taken out? If the ResetEra people got me, am I dead? Is it over? Is it done? Hold on. Let me check on the separate computer. See if it went to shit or not. You got to tell me, chat. Am I completely offline or are we back? All right. It looks like I'm back online, but I don't know what you missed now. I don't know how much you missed. I don't want to I don't want to reread Kano's bullshit again, so I'll just recap it. Kano shows up and he says, this is his fucking response. 1, me no speaking English. 2, you're totally not getting it. I wasn't threatening to sue you. I was just giving you a fair heads up because you're my buddy and I don't want to see you get hurt. And then to cap it all off, as they explain to everybody that this is a giant misunderstanding and misinterpretation, they refer to the discussions and the content being discussed as pedophile content. I mean, if you're going to go to somebody and say, you're misunderstanding, we're not talking about pedophilia, and then the next paragraph referred to it as pedophile content, you kind of shot yourself in the foot a little bit. So that kind of brings us up to speed on Kano's brilliant fucking response. Again, I don't know how much you guys missed. Hopefully that brings us up to where we should be. Kano finishes it off with saying, I'm no different than any of you. I'm just a random internet user fanboying over some games and ranting about others. I really want to clear out my name. I understand why you people would pursue people suspected of diving into pedophilia and other illegal fields, but I'm not really one of those people. I hope this was enough of a statement to at least testify of my honesty. Not getting a ton of positive responses from NeoGAFers. I'll show you a few of them, just to give you the general consensus of what people were thinking when they read this. Lots of bullshits. Lots and lots of bullshits. People weren't really buying Kano's response. Okay, let me bring us up to the next event. Kano starts interacting with people and saying, "No, you don't get it. You're misunderstanding." And people start to acquiesce a little bit. They start to feel a little bit bad for Kano. They're like, "Okay, all right, maybe you really were in a bizarre situation. You were unaware of these conversations that were going on. It's all just a big misunderstanding. It looks guilty as shit. You changing your username and then threatening to sue people. uh, and trying to blame it off on, I'm reading all this motherfucker's posts and I don't see him having any trouble with English. Like, that's all I'm seeing. Very well spelled out, well punctuated, good grammar. Not noticing a lot of English problems with this particular person trying to tell me, no, speak English. Talking about leaving the Discord server, I want to get to the next part because it's funny. Because basically, they get called out on more bullshit, kind of, again, from the OP of this particular thread. Oh, I hate when this goes on. Boomer Jim fucking it up. 1 second, chat. I have to get past a couple of you. Oh, well, I think we've got one here. Okay, Luigi Blood shows up. Yeah, so different people from this particular thing show up. Lord Kano keeps continuing on talking about how pedophilia is bad. And again, it's all just a terrible misunderstanding. No threats were made. Nothing bad happened. And now I'm looking for her response. Because she drops some shit on him that kind of shuts him up. I know, I hope oh boy, anticipation. Again, while I take a minute to look for this, I'm just going to put that back up on screen. These are the people that are asking you to give them the benefit of the doubt. This is a particular forum. This is a group of individuals that just, hey, it's a misunderstanding, man. Why do you got to persecute us? You don't get it. You got to calm down a little bit. All right, let's not get hot-headed about these things. Just brilliant. I love when shit like this happens. I love when a group like that goes out and just wreaks havoc on everybody because they've got the moral high ground, and then instantly it comes to bite them in the ass. It's always entertaining. Okay, here's the thread, or here's the post that I was looking for. Desktop, there we go. Here's Celine's response. I'm up for 12 hours of sleep, but it seems I have a lot of reading to do, so excuse me if I proceed instead of reacting for the moment. Funny to see how they waited for me to go to sleep before reacting and posting some communications on the matters. Just as a general warning for ResetEra staff and the members who are trying to say I frame things out of context, be very careful in the way you word your defenses. That's my first and last fair warning about this. I understand you're panicking right now because this thread has more views than the members registered on your forum. But again, be careful. So it turns out our OP, the reason they're saying that is because they have more screen caps. They have more information. Kano again, he went on about how he's innocent, misunderstanding all that shit. Let's see where they drop it. No, it should be the next one. I should have been more prepared. Oh boy, it's a Dirty D live stream. Nothing's fucking ready to go. Everything's unprofessional. Oh God, Gator, where are you? I need you to run this for me. Did the post get removed? I hope not. I'm trying to present a nice little story here. It'd be very upsetting if it suddenly disappeared on me. Everybody talking about the THQ thing. You know what? Actually, I know what I'll play while I do this. I'm going to let this play again. Because this was stupid to make, but I put effort into it for a moment. So I'll let that play for a second while I dig this up. Okay, here's the post I was looking for. Now remember, Kano was trying to play it off like, hey, I was just a user in the general discussion of the sales forum. That's all I was. Big misunderstanding. I just hung out there with other people. Here's where they go with this. Just a little element I forgot to mention. Lord Kano was one of the few, 3 question mark, moderators on this Discord. He wasn't just a random user. And this is a conversation in French, which they translate. But it looks like Kano might have been lying a little bit. So when you're looking at damage control, when you're looking at people reacting to a situation, like this dude's already run through about 4 4 or 5 different phases. 1, it's misunderstood. 2, I don't speak English. 3, I'm not really 3, I'll threaten you and then pretend I didn't threaten you. 4, I'm going to try to change my username so people can't find me. And then to cap it off, just straight out lying when he gives his side of the story. Just a regular user there. Oh, no, wait, what did I say? User? I meant I'm a moderator. I'm one of the people in charge of the fucking Discord. You got a little bit of a problem there. You can't go on telling me about how this is all a misunderstanding and people weren't really, paying attention. What did he refer to it as? Or pedophile content from other people that he was disgusted by? You're a moderator there. So you would be aware of the pedophile content, which you let go on because you didn't give a shit. You're not sorry because you're sorry. You're sorry because you got caught. That's what you're upset about. Holy shit, these people, man. I will say they've got some fantastic image edits on this particular thread. I've got to give some fucking credit to the work they're doing. So I think that brings us fairly close to up to date. I'll sum it up one last time for anybody just joining or somebody that wants a quick, a quick summation. User shows up on NeoGAF. They drop a bunch of Discord images from conversations taking place there. A lot of the people involved are power users on ResetEra. Some of the people have relationships to the mods and admins. A lot of known people involved in this. A lot of people that had positions of powers known in this. Now, it's claimed to be a sales chat Discord, but turns out they're talking about age of consent in different states, talking about fucking people from the age of 12 to 18, and all of this shit. When the information is released, the person that released it goes to talk to the owner of ResetEra and gets banned for it. When they start to talk about it more publicly, everybody starts blocking them. If you bring it up to any of these users, you get blocked on social media. If you try to make a thread about it on ResetEra, it gets removed immediately. If you talk about it in a post in an unrelated thread, you get banned. All over the place, these threads are getting taken down because you're not allowed to discuss it for some bizarre reason. Users start changing their name to try to hide from this. When that doesn't work, they start threatening to sue people. When that doesn't work, they show up and just fucking lie. Me no speaking English. Me just showed up last week. Me no understand. And that's where we are right now. That's where you find yourself. The fucking harbingers of justice. The moral, upright, virtuous people that have come to tell us lowly, disgusting, anime-loving video game fanatics how wrong we are to like video games, how wrong we are to appreciate a nice set of tits on a fucking fighting game character. The people that want to chastise us for enjoying a hobby. The people that want to attack companies in really egregious, disgusting ways because they're upset that they're not bending the fucking knee. These people, turns out, aren't as clean as they like to pretend they are. They've got some of their own shit hidden in the closet that ownership and moderators and admins are well aware of. And they just don't care because those people are special. And they bring a little air of prestige to ResetEra. It's the same problem that happens on almost any single forum that exists. You will get a subsect of users who will have their own following and their own base behind them. And you can't get rid of them. You have to treat them well, and they help to set the agenda. This also happens with people that it's one of the inherent problems with a forum. You'll find it anywhere you go. But this is the special chosen few. Now, this is a forum where industry insiders go to, people that are just connected to the industry in a host of different ways, people that drop leaks about events that are coming up. Of course they want to delete everything. Of course they're going to change their fucking usernames. Of course they're not going to publicly address it. Of course they're going to call her crazy and threaten to sue her to shut her up. Because it would be really shitty for all those industry insiders and all those people with a following, the chosen few, to now be fucking associated with this shit. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what the next event will be as this kind of plays itself out. But it's crazy to me that you are kind of prohibited from talking about it anywhere outside of fucking NeoGAF and Kiwi Farms. almost like anywhere else, you can't discuss it. It's not allowed. Am I crazy, chat? I find that very bizarre. Like, for something that's a non-issue, which the people involved in this have claimed from the start, non-issue, misinterpretation, misunderstanding. You guys don't understand. You're just you're overreacting to it's a nothing burger. Well, for a fucking nothing burger, there's sure a lot of damage control going on. Relatives showing up to defend you, people hiding shit, deleting shit, banning shit, removing shit, muting shit. It's a lot of fucking action and response for an event that doesn't have anything behind it or to it. Now, I'm not a fucking mind reader. I'm not Nostradamus either. I don't know the future. This could be some crazy troll that's been planned out months in advance. I don't fucking know. But given the fact that people have shown up to defend themselves and talk about it, and they didn't dispute the Discord drop itself, it would lead me to believe that it's reasonable to assume that the pictures presented are real and the people that were said to be involved are legitimately involved. And, it comes down to being able to enjoy laughing at these fucking idiots. Because they deserve it. Because if this was any other group, actually, let me put it like this. I want you to imagine a video game developer has a fucking Discord for people that are on staff. And somebody, for whatever reason, gets invited in there. And, in this Discord, they're talking about age of consent and who they'd fuck. And just shit like that. Do you think if ResetEra, if somebody started a thread on ResetEra and said, hey, did you see these game devs talking about banging 12-year-olds? Do you think that they would be like, nah, man, that's a misunderstanding. You need to get rid of that. Or would they try to ruin those fucking people's lives? Would they try to destroy them? Let me pull chat up here. I feel like it feels weird not having, there we go. A lot of adult conversation going over here. Spam it all you like. You can say whatever you like here. This isn't the oppressive land of YouTube. You're allowed to say dirty words and cuss words over here. Go nuts. Just spam it. Grabbing a cigarette. Give me 1 second here. I think there's like a little widget or something that I can put into this fucking OBS to just display chat. So it's right on top, so I don't have to actually be looking directly at it. Oh, that's going by fast. I don't even know how many people, somebody in chat, how many people are even watching this? Like, I'm looking at the back end page of DLive, and all I see is chat on the right, and then the middle, it's got stats with no information. 46? Okay. So at least people are able to watch it, thankfully. In fact, I think Lord Kano probably would have had a better chance showing up to discuss this with everybody involved if he'd taken the Riker approach. Just been more upfront and direct about it.
Not a chance. It's false. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's a total fabrication. This one was invented by a writer.
But no, had to change his username, had to threaten lawsuits, had to spur God a little bit. So I guess this kind of puts us into speculation mode. I mean, we listened to a little bit of Blue's Clues earlier about what we were going to do. What's that first clue? I don't know how long this can be not talked about. I'll say that right off the top. I know one person's written an article about it already. What is it? One Angry Gamer, I think. And I think a few other people have talked about it a little bit, like Mark Kern and other people like that. But you can't go around trying to suppress a discussion about something. Whether this turns out to be a big nothing burger or not, you can't tell people, no, you're not allowed to talk about it, because it's the only thing they're going to want to fucking talk about. They're instantly going to want to discuss it. It's the stupidest approach. You can try changing your name and lying, but trying to suppress it outright by banning people and muting them and removing threads about it is a terrible fucking approach. Look how that worked out for NeoGAF. When they were throwing their shit fit and they started banning people over it, you ended up with ResetEra. I can't even imagine what kind of hellspawn abomination is going to crawl itself out of the ass of these progressive cat ladies and set up next. Like, when the people exodus from ResetEra because they find this to be offensive, what the fuck is that forum going to look like? What crazy shit are they going to get up to? It's like an evolution of insanity. Every time this happens and they slough off a portion of their user base to go create a more progressive forum, it gets loonier and loonier. It's going to be obese 50-year-old women rolling around in cat piss, eating kitty litter, and talking about how offensive Destroy All Humans is, and how the people developing it should be shot. That's the end result. That's what we're going to end up with. I don't know what I don't know where this is going to go, but I guarantee you it will be entertaining for about a week. Will anything big happen from it? Probably not. But is it funny watching a bunch of self-righteous assholes be held to their own standard? Absolutely. These people never give anyone the benefit of the doubt. They always take they always take people as having the worst motivations. Every game developer and publisher is just scum. Everything they do in their games, they're doing it because they're sexist pigs. Gamers are horrible people. Nobody deserves the benefit of the doubt. You've got the fucking owner of ResetEra talking about, oh, we need more evidence. We need to be level-headed and moderate. Are you fucking kidding me? You guys never are. So it's amusing to me to watch this happen, because now you're in a situation where you're getting shit on as you cry for moderate approaches and examination of evidence and adult conversations, and you're dealing with people doing to you what you've done for the last year to everybody else. That's entertainment. Enjoy it. You're basically getting your ass kicked by the man in the mirror. Can you really bitch about it? I don't know. But trying to suppress it, whatever website it happens to be, it's just going to make it bigger. It's not going to go away. It never goes away. People are going to talk about this dumb shit for the next week if you let it play out. If you try to suppress it, it's going to be a 2-week or a 3-week conversation. It will drive people batty. So it's a terrible approach. It's a little friendly advice. Actual friendly advice. Unlike Lord Kano, I'm not winking at you as I say, I'm not holding a knife. I'm not going to slit your throat. That's not the kind of advice I'm giving you. I'm giving you genuine advice. Just let people fucking talk about it. I don't know, chat. I see people saying, open the chest again. I don't think it's going to let me. 3 more minutes. Oh boy. Cancer's taking over, folks. I can feel coughing my lungs up here. We'll do this. Since I've covered the bulk of this, I will wait the 3 minutes, and then I will give you all those delicious lemons that are hidden in this fucking treasure box. and then you know what am I going to do? I'm going to go play Super Smash Brothers. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go play video games. Then I'm going to come back on the internet later on tonight. I'm going to laugh as they try to damage control this more. Because these people are fucking stupid. And they just don't ever learn their lesson. And I always find it funny when people cry for a moderate approach when they don't grant anybody that same courtesy. So I guess eat shit, cat ladies. Welcome to the nightmare you created. And good luck with that. You stupid fucks. This was the follow-up response from the sister. And in case it's not already fucking obvious, Alec specifically said he wished the best for Zoe and everyone else. So don't use our grief as an excuse to harass people. Go outside and take care of someone. And work towards preventing these kind of things in the first place. Probably worth noting the sister is an ardent feminist. When did your brother tell you that, by the way? As he was putting the gun in his mouth? At what moment did he say, by the way, this isn't Zoe's fault? When he kicked the chair out from under him? What was the exact moment during his fucking suicide? Did he wink at you before he took a ball-peen hammer to his fucking skull? No, he wanted the best for Zoe. He really liked that lady. Oh, she was nice. Now, some of the reactions coming about this are exactly the sort of fucking shit you would expect. Let's put up some of the best ones. Why not? How about some ResetEra? Boy, everybody knows they're a fucking cup of tea. Now, I want you to understand, ResetEra is the world's worst forum. I've talked about it before. I call them cat ladies, but it really is the most just shithole place that you can visit. And recently, they've been going after developers left and right. Most recently for Ion Fury, Ion Maiden, whatever the rename is, because they had transphobic anti-gay jokes in their video game. They wanted them fired. They wanted people kicked off fucking development, blacklisted from the industry. And the devs buckled for a while. We're going to put in sensitivity training. We're going to donate $10,000 to some gay charity. We're going to remove what offends you. But ResetEra is never fucking satisfied. They will never be satisfied. If you are a game developer, I cannot stress this enough. These fucks will never take what you do in a good way. It will never be good enough. There is no point in appealing to them. Remember, this is the same forum that will go on diatribes talking about how you need to believe women and how you need to stick up for the oppressed minorities. And yet when a woman, a user on this forum, went to NeoGAF with information that people in their moderation staff at ResetEra, administrators and power users and insiders in the industry, were involved in what they described as a fucking lolicon pedophile Discord, a secret Discord run by ResetEra, where power users and administrators and moderators would talk about underage sex and trade lolicon with each other. When they went and told that truth, they didn't believe women. They went after them. They threatened that user and said they were going to sue them, that they were going to come after them. So don't let these degenerate fucks strong-arm you. There's no reason to. And case in point, the best highlight for why I'm saying this guy is a blood sacrifice. There is nothing more he could do. He fucking killed himself. You should count that as a win, ResetEra, but not good enough. Look at this smug fuck. From Classical. Wow, that sucks. Feel bad for his family. Feel worse for the accuser who will now have to face even more backlash. They say that suicide is the coward's way out, but this one feels especially cowardly. Instead of working towards forgiveness, he has just made everyone he hurt live life's much worse. Not to mention the lives of the people who loved him. So you drive the guy to suicide. There were people in this fucking thread about this game developer in the beginning who were going on and on about he needs to be taught a fucking lesson and get what's coming to him. And after he kills himself, these degenerate cat lady fucks who aren't satisfied piss on his grave by saying he's a gutless coward for killing himself. He should have crawled on broken glass, on his hands and knees like a fucking dog. He should have licked the shit from their tainted asshole, because that's the only way they're going to say he's a good boy. He needs to beg for forgiveness. He didn't beg enough before he killed himself. So ResetEra is not satisfied with the death toll. Fuck this forum. Your power users, your mod staff, your admins in a pedophile Discord. Fuck you. Going after every developer you can for the most trivial shit. Oh, you didn't like a fucking joke in a video game, ResetEra? Oh, did it offend you? Oh, they changed Olay to Oh Gay. Let's ruin them. Fuck you. No game developer should take these pricks for anything they have to say. They're a fucking joke. And every insider that's on this forum that gets information fed to them because they're in the industry or associated with people in the industry, fuck them especially. They're a cancer killing developers. Literally. And they're going to bitch because he's dead, because he didn't live long enough to beg hard enough for them. Oh, absolute disgust for these fucks. Fuck you, Classical, and fuck you, ResetEra. You cat lady shithole forum. Oh, that was cathartic.